Hey y'all, it is Her Story Month, and there's a lot of history behind beautiful women all across the world of all shapes, sizes, and colors. But this month is mixed with the March Madness. So we just come in to have some real talk and some much needed talk. How was your day today? My day was eventful. I love my students, so, they make life fun. Greetings. Hope you enjoyed your red boots. But I'm coming through to have some raw, real talk. Some much needed conversation. The ladies have been discussing it. We have been talking. And I was hesitant on talking about it, but I'm fed up too. So I think we're going to talk about it. Any man feel free to chime in and give your opinion, but it's our story month and we want to talk about it. I'm going to wait till some more people come on in before we get into the rugged and the rawness, the uncut, the real. And it is what it is. Unapologetically. Because a lot of us is over it. We tired. We out here taking care of everybody. Making sure everybody else good. We just want to know, can we be good? Can we be taken care of? That's all I'm saying. We don't ask for much. We don't. We don't ask for much. Yeah, that was funny. That was funny. Since you brought them up, I thought I'd put you in a pair. Yeah, boots is everywhere. It's like the Martian boots when I was a kid. Moon boots. I seen a pair of them too. I was going to put them on you, but I said, no. We're going to go with the anime boots. So I'm excited because I'm a foodie. I always get these at work out the vending machine. All right, boo. Let me know when you're ready because I'm ready. But, yeah, I found these today. I was so excited. They was only $1 or something. I was like, at Lidl. I was like, they got my sun chips. I paid $1 and something at work for the little bag with a whole lot of air. So I was excited to find them for $1.99. Y'all, I just got from work probably about 4:08. I'm gonna take that ride from Portsmouth. And then, it was the end of the month. So, it was like old Mother Hubbard around here. So I done ran to the grocery store with my son and made sure as soon as he got off the bus, I waited right about the bus stop. Come on, get in the car. I'm going to go up here and go grocery shopping. So I haven't eaten. So forgive me. No, don't forgive me. Get you a bag of chips with some wine and come enjoy this conversation. Because I'm going to eat and we going to talk. Give me a minute, sis. Okay, I got you. But we want to talk about today, and we're going to talk about some more. We're going to get more into it the whole month, but we definitely going to get more into it again next week and the week after until March Madness is over and her story is over. But our story will always remain and continue. But, we put this politically correct stuff that they put together, My audio is off. Let me see. Well, no, my audio. Is it better? Okay, well. Is my audio off? Because I just got that the audio's off, but you had to hear what I said to say give you a minute. So is it off or no? Or can y'all hear me? And then you heard me say red boots. Let me know. Because it's a thing. It'd be a bad. Oh, okay. You saying the word or cut. Yeah, it does that. It does that on a lot of the social media, on Snapchat. I don't know why. Um, is that better? Oh, I thought you meant off as in you can hear me. Okay. So is it lining up now? I turned my Wi-Fi on because it like comes on when I come home, but I still have my data on, and like I told y'all before, it fights over, I guess they be fighting over who gonna take the authority. Okay, I turned off my Wi-Fi and now we're running on my data. Vice versa, if I turn off my data and run on my, it doesn't matter. It clears it up. So thank you very much, T. I appreciate you. So, okay, so we better now. All right. So, I feel like we all have our things in life. And as women, I feel like we wear many hats. We do a lot of things. I know I do. And I'm always been the one since a child to make sure everybody else was good. And then it comes a time in life where you just grow and you know and you understand the value of your worth and you just want some things to be about you. And the things that I'm talking to a lot of women about, and I thought maybe I'm just tripping and I'm just, kind of running into the wrong guys that I have dated or have been intimate with or whatever. I'm thinking, well, maybe it's just me. But when I got about 20 women, real talk, no exaggeration, telling me they going through the same thing, okay, some things are going on. So lately I've been following, well, not just me, I've got a lot of people following him. I call him the Tantrum Man. I don't even know his real name, but that's what I call him. He gives the most beautiful information about the intimacy levels of the woman, of how, it's a level of intimacy that we have to have. And men slow down and, take responsibility in understanding a woman's body. So, I feel like we all grown. And I'm so over and I'm so tired. And not all y'all men out here doing that, but a lot of y'all are enough that we want to call y'all out. Now, a couple women, I'm going to speak for them. I'm speaking for me, but I'm going to speak for them because some of them have some good stuff to say, but they shy and it's okay because I'm not. So, if you going to be leaving apartments and bedrooms and relationships and stuff, and y'all leaving and thinking y'all done something and y'all haven't, y'all need to own that. Oh, and when a woman try to tell you what it is that she want and she need, and you like, oh, I know her, I do that. No, you don't. See, I'm not the woman anymore to be like, oh, I'm going to stroke his ego, make him feel good. No, that was whack. And no, I don't appreciate it. And that is how I find myself talking, because after a while, it's like if I'm trying to tell you and you still not understanding, then guess what? I'm just going to tell you this how it is. It wasn't good. Because if I got to finish it off after you leave, then guess what? You didn't do your job. And there's so many men out here, and I feel like be real enough about the situation. Be real enough. If you just don't know, just say you don't know. Most women are okay with that. We okay with telling you what it is. But don't walk around thinking you done something and she was okay and we really not okay. You said you wish many more women would stop doing what? Stop doing what? Oh. You mean stop like telling y'all that it was good and pumping y'all up and then we like on the home phone with our girlfriend like, girl, he came over. Yeah. And I'm honest. Like, I'm too old to be, listen, spoken fragments. I be feeling like broken fragments because I'm trying to find out, okay, what can we do? Because at the end of the day, I don't know. And I'm not saying all y'all out here, but for the men who is out here doing us like that and thinking they doing something, y'all who know that y'all really respect and take the time for the woman to warm up, to get her where she needs to be. We don't get where y'all at when the wind blow like y'all do. It takes us a minute to warm up. And it's a mental thing. It's stimulating. It is something that is powerful when you can connect in the intimacy mentally, by the conversation, by the look, by just a touch. Ain't nothing even happened. That is what most of us need and want. Not for you to just come in like, oh, you about to lay this down and you done put in 30 minutes of work and you think somebody done something. I literally was upset, and I respect this person to the fullest. But if somebody tells me they going, oh, I could give you good 30 minutes. I could give you, what is that? What are you saying to me? It take 30 minutes to get me mentally to even talk, to even, what are you talking about? Like, well, okay, well, then I'm grown, and you must need somebody that's on some jump off stuff, or somebody younger who don't know them or know their body or know what they want or what they like or what they deserve. But I'm not her. So I just feel like it comes a time that we have to grow up and respect each other. If I can take my time to be sensual with you, because it's a difference between sex and sensuality. It's two totally different things. Sensuality is you took the time to touch her. You took the time to just gently know what she wants. And you take the time, and the energy is the time that you want to be there and you want to be in that moment. Because we can still feel the energy when you're trying to hurry up and get it done and it's rough. Like, we don't want that. We want the intimacy, not the sex. We want an experience, not the sex, because you can get sex anywhere. It's about being intimate, like up close and personal, and really understanding. Because if y'all want us to respect y'all and do extra stuff for y'all, I mean, the simplest thing you can do is connect with us. And I'm just saying, there's so many women that I hear that are just in relationships and ain't satisfied, or just got a situationship and is not being satisfied. And it's like it comes a point where we have to grow up and take the time. And men, y'all need to stop saying y'all know something, because y'all don't know. Y'all are not a woman. So how can you tell us what you know? It's so much depth and levels to us. It's so many, study it. It's so many nerves to the outside of Yanni. You ain't even touched her or penetrated her. It is so many nerves just in our pelvic area alone that you can just gently touch, massage, or whatever, that you ain't even done nothing. And it begins to bring release. It begins to bring blood flow. It begins to bring the sensuality that we need. That when you are doing those things and you're in that moment and you want to do them, she's going to respond. All of her is going to respond. But this grown men in this high school, I'm in and I'm out. Like, what is that? Who's doing that? What woman, who is accepting that? Who is okay with that? Because I need to know who they are. Because they need to come talk to us, and us women who up here like we know what we deserve and we know what it is that we want and we desire. And then you got to be willing to hear it. You can't be so struck up on your ego like, I've been slaying since I was 13, or I've been slaying since I... So don't nobody care. You slaying wrong. Just because you was doing it don't mean you was doing it wrong. You could be sincere and be sincerely wrong. Like I told my girlfriend, I said, well, I was with... She was like, well, you know, we should talk about some things too with intimacy. I said, but if you don't know the sensuality, it doesn't make no difference about the intimacy. Because you have to understand the sensual touch. Because I have been with somebody who was sensual as heck and was sensually wrong. I have been intimate with them, and we had an intimate moment. We had a very connection. We were there, like we were committed in everything that we did, but they just didn't have a clue. And so you can be intimate with somebody. This intimate is just not a physical thing. Intimate is a connection. So we had a connection. We had everything that it was that we needed to have. But he didn't have that sensuality. And see, there's a difference. So to me, until you can learn this, what the sensuality to the woman is, the touch, you know, that is so many nerves in her whole entire body. And when you get to a certain area, everything's going to respond. We're going to be around here just playing. And it's a whole lot of people playing. And I feel like while a rate of a lot of stuff, a lot of cheating goes on, and a lot of infidelity is due to this one. Now there's more stuff that goes into it. And not giving nobody back outs or excuses, but we're going to be real. If you are not having a conversation and you know you're not being satisfied, and you know that this person is not doing that for you, and you just keep pumping them up, you just is wrong, because you're sending them out there to think they're doing something and they're not. You need to be honest with them, and whether they can take it or not. It's a growing thing. And I'm not going to tell a man something that, hey, if it ain't for me, I'm going to tell you so you can bless the next woman the right way, honey. It ain't even got to be, but please bless my sister, whoever it is. Get it right so she can be freed up, satisfied, released, have that beautiful, you know, explosion that we long need, because we do a whole lot of stuff and we just be out here just, oh, okay, that's what we doing. No, don't take it as somebody trying to offend you. You should take that as a compliment that a woman was wise enough and bold enough and strong enough to say, look, look, boo, look, babe, that wasn't it. Slow down. That's not this. Every woman don't like the same stuff. So get to know what she likes. And it's okay to have a conversation while doing that. We grown. It's okay to say, do you like that? You don't, to me, for you to come in and think you done slayed something like a dragon and leave up out of there with your chest pumped up, and I'm sitting there mad as hell. Should I block you and never talk to you again? Should I treat you like men, dudes used to treat females and just don't talk to you no more? Like, I shouldn't have to think that, because I should be able to come to you and have an adult conversation and say, look, this is what needs to be done. All women don't like the same stuff. And it's okay to have a conversation and allow her to walk you through it. Now, if you out here just trying to jump off, you don't deal with no woman like me or no woman that is on a level like me, then keep jumping off with the jump offs. But for a woman who is out here about her business, doing multiple things, working, nah, give us what we deserve. And if you can't do that, just say you can't do it, then and move around. Because I'm over it. I'm so over it that I have to bring this out and talk about it. Because I sat and talked to about 20 women. I'm talking about from the age of, 28 to 60 something. And I'm talking about in the last 3-4 months. And I'm like, okay, I thought it was just me. I got all emotional, especially with the older women. I'm like, okay, so it ain't just me. Put you in, coach. Okay. I'm crying. Oh, so listen. Hold on. So what I'm saying is you ain't requested. Okay, let me try to put you in. Hold on, because you know how it be acting stupid. I know that they don't do that. They very much gonna make sure you straight. You know what I'm saying? They ain't even with the foolishness. They gonna make sure that you are straight. Okay. I just really feel like, we need to have this conversation. And then you got men who are well endowed, who got all of that and don't know what to do with it. Like, what is the defect? What is the deficiency, y'all? And then if it ain't that, then it's y'all got ED issues. And most women, we can work with that. Be honest about that. Be honest about that. Most of us will be like, okay, well, there's other stuff we can do. We have a repertoire. Most of us have a repertoire of stuff. And it ain't really because we want a repertoire of stuff. It's just stuff ain't getting done right. So we not gonna be around here. Then y'all wonder why, she mean, she's strong, she got masculine. Well, a lot of it is because we not getting proper releases. And then we gotta help ourselves as we help everybody else along the way with other stuff outside of the intimacy and the sex and the sensuality and all of that. And we wear all these hats. Well, what is the deficiency? Like, I'm over it. And y'all women know y'all, it's okay. Y'all done talk to me. We talking about it. Or we gonna keep talking about it because I don't understand it. I have men to be like, oh, well, I lay it down. Is she lying? Did you? Or is she just saying that? Or maybe that's all she know. I know I can speak for myself, but I know grown woman who ain't never even had an orgasm. Like, who are you with? And I'm like, well, and then they don't believe in like going to pure romance or going to candy coated nights or nothing. And that's respectfully whoever want to do whatever they do. So you just pent up, stuck, and always got an attitude. I know why, but the next guy or the next situation don't know why. But I'm like, girl, you're going to have to find something to do. I don't know, but yoga, something. If you don't want to do none of that, you around here pent up. And so I'm just saying, like, what I'm over it. I'm so over it. I can't even explain it. My co-host right here, she was like, why you yelling at me? And I said, girl, I ain't trying to yell at you. I'm just this stuff that I'm mad for real about it. Like, what in the world? A waste of what? What are we doing? What is so hard about y'all taking the criticism or watching the tantrum man that I send all of y'all? And it's people I ain't trying to speak with y'all, even nothing like that. But I say learn y'all something. Because it's a conversation that needs to be had. If this man could try to tell y'all something, and he's straight, ain't nothing gay about the man just know a woman, he respects the woman and all the hats that we carry, and all he doing is trying to teach the black men how to keep their relationships, how to keep themselves healthy, how not to end up with prostate cancer, how to do
things called semen retention and different things like that. You know what I'm saying? And if I could get him to come on my live this month, we've been talking back and forth. I hope he do, and I hope y'all tap in, because it's real out here. It's a lot going on, and come on, y'all. And black men, y'all know y'all don't never want to go to the doctors and see nothing what's going on half of the time. And for y'all that do, kudos to y'all. I love y'all, and I'll always shout y'all out. For y'all that don't ever want to know, y'all don't want to know nothing. So what y'all want us to do? And then y'all call us names when we date somebody younger. But they right. And then I guess because we are older, they really gonna try to show up and make sure they're attentive to us. But whatever it is, I don't know. But I need to know what is the deficiency and what is it, and why can't y'all just take the criticism instead of always saying, I know what I'm doing that, and I'm doing what if we doing it? I wouldn't be having a conversation with you. I wouldn't feel like I'm used and abused, and you should have put some money on my nightstand. I'm just saying. You could go.
So yeah, we've had this conversation, and we've been going around and round and round on this conversation. I just feel like some men, like you're not focused. Your focus is somewhere else. You laughing? What's funny? Why you laughing? But
no, he ain't one of them. He can laugh. He not one of them.
He laughing because you know it's right? You understand where we're coming from. And take time out to learn. If it's something you don't know, it's not the fact that, right, that part. You right, Jude. You right, Jules. That's my homeboy right there. What up, though? It's not about that. Like, we gotta come together, though. It's more to a relationship than that. You understand what I'm saying? Connect with the person more on a spiritual level, so that, because ultimately, what is the purpose? You understand what I'm saying? Ultimately, what is the purpose? The purpose is us being one, being on one accord. And we can't actively love each other without knowing these type of things. This is why we have a lot of issues in our community between men and women in our community, because we're not caring enough towards one another. We're not loving enough towards one another. You said that's all you heard? We're not caring and we're not loving enough towards one another. We have to, like, seriously, you got to learn each other. You can't just be up in here like, oh, I did this. Right. If only one person. Right. Exactly. Right. And then it's like they get mad and say, oh, you hurt my feelings, but at the end of the day, we're both mature. We're both mature adults. You hurt my feelings because, hey, I'm giving and giving and giving, and all you doing is receiving, and we're not reciprocating. We need reciprocation. It's about reciprocity. You understand what I'm saying? Reciprocate. Like, what can I do? I can't do nothing with that. And what it's gonna cause division. I'm gonna be mad, and I'm honest. I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be mad. But you over there, you good with that. You fine with that. But I'm not.
How you okay with it?
How are you fine with that? Isn't the I don't get that. Like, I don't understand y'all's thought process. I understand, yes, it's about you getting it off, you releasing that, right?
But y'all can do that by masturbating. Y'all can do that anytime. Y'all get off at the window. Right. You can do that in your own free time. Do not waste my time and my efforts because you just want to
bust one off. Then you can do that on your own time. Go in your bathroom,
Oh,
get your
so
lotion,
definitely
get your
power. Not
lotion,
at my house.
get your oils or whatever. You take care of that on your own. I I know. I know, friend. I know, friend. We've had these
We said,
conversations.
all of y'all ain't out here doing that. But for
No,
all y'all
we're
that
not
ain't
talking about you.
these
You and
niggas
I
that
have
is.
had these conversations. You and I have had these conversations. We're not talking about you. I know. We're trying to get those in the back, those back there in the cheap seats to understand what it is. You said gas station pill. It ain't even about the gas station pill. That's not
But
it.
if they need that, come doing something right. Get something. Do
But
something.
but listen, if your goal is to please the woman you're with, you don't need all that. Honestly, just like old boy said, what's his name, Monty? Let me look. What's
Who?
his name?
Who? Oh, the Panther Man.
Yeah. What's his name?
I don't know the
Yeah,
Panther Man. You know I give
you're
everybody
right.
their own name.
You're right. But I mean, it does not take, if you seriously, like if you focus on pleasing that person, trust me, you'll open up a whole door of situations.
Mm-hmm. I need you to play. Can you play the part? Can you play the part you sent me with the girl talking? Because that is so true. I told somebody that the other day, and it was a guy, and I said, "This is what happens." Like, really? I mean,
Which one you want?
the
So
one with the girl.
I have his pulled up.
Okay. Well, pull his. Let him talk to it, and then let the girl say, because this is what we saying. That resonated. But when you sent me that, I could have threw my phone and said this. I could have sounded like Brown.
What?
I could have just called it out. Thank you, because it resonated. And I'm like,
the words of
okay,
affirmation.
so this is some women I don't even know, and they.
Are you
Okay?
talking about the words of affirmation one?
Yes.
Okay, let's listen to this sound bite. Dude's not listening, not paying attention. That part. Okay, so this is the sound bite of the two young ladies speaking upon it.
I had an orgasm the other day with my partner, and I was just like, I thanked him. Okay, I even think in the middle of the session, I was like, thank you. First of all, that's something that I do, period. Like, thank you someone during sex, it's really hot. Like, it's very sexy. It's like words of affirmation in sex. Like, it does something to the person, and when I do something to the person, it does something to me. It was like my vagina grew wings, and it flew up. Not like Red Bull. When people have praise kinks, you don't just have to say, like, good girl, or whatever. You can talk about, like, thank you so much for this, and thank you for, me like this. Thank you for giving me. Thank you for taking the time. Like, but I'm gonna look you in your eyes as well, and you're gonna be like, no, I'm so serious. And also, like, consoling, like, it's okay. Like, just feel this. Don't focus on that. Feel this. Feel this be wrapped around you. And like in the moment of saying that, like grabbing their chin and turning it to you, and like, I'm gonna look you in your eyes and say, you deserve this puppy. But you know how many people want this puppy? I had an orgasm.
All right, so that was the female take on the topic, right? So, in speaking on that, that is from a female perspective on intimacy, right? So we're going to go to what your goal is during sex. And what Mr. Forest Studios Art is talking about, he is saying that it should be no more goal-oriented sex. So the issue or the goal should not be just to get one off.
Busting
right?
nut like your friend did.
So here it is. Let's see. Let me get his sound bite together.
Care and attention and time and nurturing to be able to that men can go from 0 to 60 in a heartbeat, and women, they really need proper care and attention and time and nurturing to be able to have the arousal energy that the man already has naturally, like this. Her tide takes longer to rise. So the practice of semen retention also allows both people to have their bodies fully warmed up, ready for the lovemaking session, that they are both able to experience all the delight and pleasure that lovemaking, sacred lovemaking, has to offer. Semen retention also allows a man to slow down so that he can be attentive and present. And when you're not goal-oriented, lovemaking is amazing. When you have nowhere to go and nowhere to be but right here with her right now, that
In that
can go
moment.
from 0 to 60 in a heartbeat. Women,
These are the type of things he is teaching. Let me get that sunshine with your roots.
Judah,
She already offered some at the beginning.
Judah, don't come for me.
Jules, you wasn't in here. Talking about with your rude self.
Mm-hmm. I know they look good, don't they? I'm hungry. I'm starving just so I can bring y'all a message because it needs to be talked about.
I'm just gonna eat my popcorn.
I told y'all get y'all chips and y'all wine or whatever you like. That's what we do. So that whole thing with the semen retention, I bet you half the men on here ain't never even heard of that. And even the ones that's doing the great job, they probably never even heard of what is a semen retention. Probably don't even know. Y'all know what it is?
Judah.
Type it in the
Okay, wait a minute. What? Wait a minute. What, Jules? Are you at work?
Come on in the live, y'all. The men don't sit in. If y'all got something to say, come on. Send me the invite so we can get on. Let's talk about this. And if you the ones that's slaying it, let's talk about it. Let's talk about some techniques that you use to warm the woman up. Maybe it'll resonate with him by some, I don't know. But something needs to happen.
Come in the live, Jules.
DJ Party Boys, Julie Judah Jew, whoever on here. Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Been a norm for women to have sex without being around.
Has it been a norm?
No. Well,
I have,
yes.
and I have recently, and this is why we having this whole goddamn conversation. And it was very irritating. And it was irritating because it was
right.
We look. You got on some clothes.
Are you at work?
If you dress, just come on. We don't care about what you're wearing. We care about what you got to say. Okay. But that's why we have a whole conversation. And then there's somebody who is like somebody that I dealt with for years, and then we haven't talked like that in 4 years. So it was just like, who you been with? Because they must don't. What has happened? It was a waste of my goddamn time.
But it has been.
Hold on.
I'm not gonna necessarily say it's been the norm, but there is a large percentage of women who just do it just because
they want to please the man.
And they have not actually experienced an orgasm or actually experienced the sensual side of it. And so they're lacking in the area and they've never experienced it before, so they wouldn't know. But once they do experience it, then they're like, wow, this is what I've been missing. Like, this is really what I've been missing. So yeah, it is very much a lot of women who do that. Well, who has not been able to experience that type of situation. Good evening, Just Jay, the book plug lady. We appreciate you for being here. What up, Chuck?
Okay.
You back? All right.
I'm back. I had to check on my food, but it's a disaster now, so I just have to cook something else. It's all good. You know, I've been eating the like chickpea and cauliflower noodles.
Oh, okay.
So you can't leave them like you leave regular noodles. And they is like a soggy.
I was about to say it'll be a mush mess.
Yeah, it's a mush mess.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, what's being said, Judah, that's something that can't be worked on between two adults. You are having sex. Huh? Oh, that's something that, yeah.
And that's what we're talking about. Let's have a grown person's conversation. At the very beginning, in your dating process or in your getting to know a person process, in your talking process, these are conversations. These are conversations that should be had, especially if this is someone you're attracted to physically. You already know what it is. It's gonna happen eventually. So if you know that you're physically attracted to that person, then you should take the time out to figure out what they like, what they don't like, come on. Like, what are we doing here? At least make it work. If I'm gonna do something, listen, this is the type of person I am. If I'm gonna do something, if I'm going to give myself to someone and go ahead and take that L, knowing that I'm over here supposed to be not doing this, if I'm going to do something, make it worth my while. Don't sit up here and,
wait, Juanita Bynum said back in the day, she said, if I'm going to fall, let me do it all night long.
I'm just saying, like, we're adults here. You know, we're adults. We're adults. We have an adult grown folk conversation.
But the problem is this.
What's wrong with holding on, player? You better warm it up. That's right. I mean,
my thing is, wait, hold on. You said a key thing about the conversation, but are they listening? Because I know that most of these women, I know that over 20 women that I've talked to, a little over, but I'm talking about the specific 20 that I've talked to, all of them said that they had the conversation. Or is the man listening? Or is he just figuring, like we talk about how relationships, people want to love you the way they want to be loved. So you go in the bedroom with that same mentality of I'm going to lay it down how I've been laying it down. I'm going to lay it down how I want it, but how you want it may not be how I want it.
Well, then at that point, I think.
So you need to learn you need to listen to what I'm saying to you and apply that and quit just going off of both of your egos. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to have you messed up.
I'm going to tell you like this.
And women stop making these men think they doing something and they ain't.
But I've done this before. It's been a time with a certain individual. It's been a time with a certain individual, and we did have the conversations, right? We get to it, and I'm like, what is this? Like, are you serious? I'm not ready for this right now. Like, either you gonna get me there or we not gonna do it at all. And what I've done, I'm sorry. I got up and I'm out. Period.
Yep.
And I never went back.
I'm talking to them.
Did not go back and have spoken to the person. Well, what happened? Okay, you really want to know? We had this conversation, and we've had this conversation a few times. If you still choose not to take heed and listen to my guidance that I'm giving you, then I can't help you anymore. Like, I can no longer be a part of it. I'm not with the foolishness. Either you gonna do what I need to be done, because I'm always gonna do what I'm supposed to do. Trust and believe. I'm an active listener. I listen.
And then it's gonna be done with excellence. You're getting an experience, and you giving me bullshit.
Experience.
I'm giving you
right.
a whole experience, baby. You done went to Six Flags, Red Flags, on all them places, and then you gonna come with what? What was that? Okay.
What was it?
And then be mad when I go on my big black bag of gas in front of you because you disrespecting me, and you say I'm disrespecting you because I don't want my big black bag of gas. I had to pull out an old faithful friend.
I'm not even doing that. You just got to go. Goodbye.
But if I'm there, I'm not home, but I'm gonna take faithful wherever. So I'm saying to you, you know that faithful coming on every trip. You know, faithful coming. I'm just saying, if I got to do that, I'm going to do it, and you just gonna be there looking dumb. And that's just what it is. Cause you don't even have the common sense to say, "Can I help you?" Even there, so you just selfish all the way around. You ain't. Yeah, I don't talk to you no more.
Now with that being said, that's crazy. Okay, right, exactly. Give you the bag. Give you the bag.
The bag. Tell them why the bag big, Mo.
The bag big because never mind. That's my bestie. That's my best friend, y'all. If you only knew, I can't. I can't.
I retreat.
Yeah, team bag, right? Exactly.
And I shouldn't be team bag, and I got a human. What is happening?
Trust me, we don't want the bag. We don't want the bag. We want the human. We want the human contact. Nobody wants the bag. So I don't care what these women out here saying about that rose. Trust and believe. That rose is nothing compared to human flesh on flesh contact.
Not at all. None of it is for real. But
it's nothing like human contact. It's nothing like that intimacy between a man and a woman. It's nothing like the touch of a strong man. It is nothing like that. The sensual touch of a strong man. It is nothing like that.
He said you embrace the bag. I'm crying. I know that's right. That's right. That's right, DJ. Party boys. Embrace that bag. Embrace that bag, because y'all tag team. And I know that's right. That's what I'm talking about. Know how to use what you got. And if you got ED problems, then learn how to use the big black bag of bags. We okay with that? At least you are putting in the effort to make sure that we release.
Right.
But if you gonna sit around and see me bring out the bag, because you ain't got.
Who does that? Who is going to actually? That's like me. That's like us laying there. No movement. We ain't even trying, and we just laying there like a stiff board, looking like Celie was when Mister was on top of me. We not. Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole reason why he was with Suge in the first place. Mm-hmm. Because I guarantee you, had Celie been putting it down in the bedroom, Mister wouldn't have treated her as bad as he did. Trust me.
We not teenagers, man. It's basically a service position most of the time.
What service?
Oh.
Oh, okay. I got
Mm-hmm.
a lot of
Okay.
women do
Most
that.
if you say so. If you
Well, I don't
say
know who the
so,
women
I
is.
I can attest that we not. I, again, I say it's reciprocation on this end. I don't know anything about being a no. I I
But you saying that a lot of women be like Celie, but is a lot of women like Celie because they don't want to do it, or because your ass ain't doing it right and she ain't never just been woman enough to tell you, boo, you ain't satisfying me, and it's getting old and it's lame, and I've been looking around at some toys and some other stuff that we trying to do because
what
you
you
really ain't. Because most women ain't bold enough to tell you. They could be with you for years, married to you for years. I'm telling you, if they would be bold enough to go on this live right now,
a lot of
that is in
women.
relationships with you have never been satisfied by their partner, but they stay there because they love them. But they pent up and they mad and they be mean. And I be trying to tell them, you need to have a conversation. You need to tell
You
them that you not. Why would you? And
you
then
said
and then on top of that, they think that the guy is cheating. So he around and giving that lame dick to some. I'm sorry. I mean that lame penis. I'm trying to keep it clean.
I told
Go
you.
ahead.
Use the roles and the person at the same time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But listen, if nah, I need Judah. I'm not
And a whole lot of women know how to fake that.
Judah. I listen. I, to me, see, it's different. Like with y'all
Hey.
can't. It's kind of hard for y'all to fake because we know what the outcome is, right? We already know what it is. But
I'm
for a
mad
woman,
right
for
now, but
a
I'm good.
woman, for a woman, if you're not in tune, if you are not in tune with that woman, like seriously, and this is no cap for real. If you're not in tune with that woman, you're not gonna understand, like you're not gonna even know that she's faking, like you're not gonna know.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're in tune with that woman and you know that woman's body and you know how she reacts to certain things, hey, you'll know the difference between fake and real. Trust me, the body tells everything. I
Mm-hmm.
promise
The
you it
flow.
does. When a woman is concerned, the body will tell you everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Oh yeah.
for a lot of people, I can't like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh yes.
and I'm speaking from experience. I've been in a situation before to where I'm like, what was that? Like, are you serious right now? Like, come on. And then I'm like, well, okay, you did you. All right. Round two. You know what I'm saying? You need a minute. You need a minute. And this fool like, you need a round two? Yeah. Uh, had you KO'd me on round one, had you KO'd me on round one, I wouldn't be going. I wouldn't even have. I wouldn't even have enough strength to even ask for it to.
Right. And what? And why they be really acting like that is something real serious to ask? Like, how old you ain't even old. And then they hear these old men is on, they in better shape and they in their 60s. These silver foxes is out here slaying and laying. And in between the age of 38 and 58, y'all at the peak of letting out the air of a balloon.
I'm not fooling with you. Jules, I'm not fooling with you. Really? I'm not fooling with you. Tone.
You said about a man that works 90 hours a week, please me. Well, I mean, you gonna get pleased if you pleasing her. That's just how it goes.
So
if you pleasing her right, she has no problem. Her body, her whole personality, her whole femininity is gonna stand up and scream because we're tired of being in this other position. So, baby, if you doing what you supposed to do 90 hours a week, baby, you gonna get all of that. But if you ain't putting in nothing, you're not getting that.
Hold on, sis. In his defense, he just came in. Like, he wasn't here at the beginning of the conversation, so he doesn't know what we're talking about. He's just now coming in. So go ahead and tell him what we're talking about, sis.
I'm so over it. Okay. So we're talking about the difference between sensuality and sex. And y'all knowing and respecting our bodies enough to give us what we need. And then when we tell y'all that y'all not doing a good job, don't take offense to it. Take that as notes, because every woman don't like the same thing. And you can't be mad if a woman is trying to tell you. Now, most women don't tell you nothing, and they got y'all out here thinking y'all done slayed and laid like a dragon, and y'all ain't really out here doing nothing. So take the criticism and don't be offended. Learn our bodies. There are so many nerve endings around our entire body that goes to the vagina. You know, that whole, there's so many, and that's overlooked because y'all want to just get in and get out, and that's not what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be an experience. And so if you're not giving out an experience, then nobody really wants, who wants that? You know, and if you're doing your woman like she needs to be done, then the 90 hours a week, she gonna be right there to give you what you need, and she ain't gonna care if you fall out, because the majority of the time you done already took care of it.
Right.
But if you just one of them that feel like, oh, because I work, I deserve this, and you ain't warmed her up, she ain't got no. We don't go like y'all do. A breeze can brush past y'all the right way. A woman can bend over in a grocery store and y'all on ping. We don't move like that. We ain't even made up like that. It's a whole mind all day thing. You know, what we did all day, how it was all day, and all of that, how you made us feel. What text message you gave us to make us feel sexy and ready. I mean, so by the time you get home, we done already did what we need to do. We trying to get you right, and then we gonna do what we need to do to set the rest of the night off, baby.
Yeah, we're not talking about those lazy. We're not talking about lazy. We're not talking about lazy lovers. We're not talking about those who don't pay attention to the needs and the requests and wants of their partner. We're not talking about those.
Talking about that. We're not talking about the ones who do pay attention. You said the ones who don't.
Yeah, that's what I meant. We're not talking about those who do that. We're talking about the ones who don't take the time out. Right. Exactly. Reciprocation. But it's easier, a lot of times it's easier for y'all to get aroused than it is for us. We're just speaking from a woman's point of view. We're not men, so we can't speak on that aspect of it, which is why we're asking for your male opinion on that. It does, yes, and it can go both ways, because men need stimulus, you know, stimulation as well. Like, again, who the heck? Like, I can say this. I know some women who have just let themselves go, right? I know some women who have just let themselves go, and they don't care, could care less about what he feel. I'm tired. I don't care. Well, girl, don't be mad if he don't come home later on. I'm just being honest with you, because the same way that you got him in the first place is the same way you got to keep him. Like, you still have to remain sexy. You still have to spice it up. You still have to get him on that as well.
Yeah, and they can't be coming over or coming outside smelling like corn chips and depression. You need to be showered, be well groomed, smell nice. I mean, all of that goes all into it. Most women are sensies. I know I'm a sensey person. Baby, you walk past me, smell, I'm gonna be like, ooh, dang. It was this white man this one time in the store. And we was at Kmart. Y'all know Kmart closed down now since a couple years ago, maybe more than a couple years ago. But the white man smelled so good. I had to stop him and said, dang. I said, what is that? He told me, but I don't know. He was like a $200 bottle of cologne from somewhere, Macy's or somewhere. But I know that I looked at my husband at the time like, meet me in the back of the store. Because that's how that cologne had me feeling.
Why are you like this? Why are you like this?
I'm just saying, that man had me. I was trying to, I need you to get that. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. Some people like that. Some people like that. They like that fresh off the boat smell. You know what I'm saying? Some people like that.
At the playground smell. I don't.
Fresh from work. Some people like that.
That's their thing.
To each their own. Some people like that. They do. Maybe it's a turn on for them because you worked. You understand what I'm saying? It might be a turn on for them because you work. Because you work. You put that work in. You know what I'm saying? Because they know you're a provider. They know you're a provider, and that's what you do to provide. So that might be a big turn on for that person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, different people like different things. Right. Different people like different things. But we're just trying to get a dialect going. Like, tell us, like, do you guys have conversations with your other? So he was hitting your spot then. If you can pop it off in the back of the...
My sense spot. Yes, he did. Yes, that man did.
Yes,
he did.
natural.
And I went right to my
natural
husband,
pheromones.
Tell
right.
him what that is. And I was ready. You know, I ain't. Yeah. Look, what? Can we meet in the back now? But yeah, seriously.
Jules said you fired that. They're no longer together. Yeah, she's divorced. It had nothing to do with that, though. Just divorced. You got to get the book to understand that. Get the book. You got to get the book to understand that dynamic right there. Get the book. Get the book. What's the name of part 2, sis? What's the name of part 2?
My lover, his beard.
My lover, his beard. Jules. My lover, his beard. Jules. He got a beard for your ass.
Now he got a beard. Got the black bag. Oh, I always had the black. I'd have had that black bag of gags for years. I just keep adding more repertoire to it. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And see, that's what we're saying. Like, these conversations need to be had. I'm quite sure that if you guys had this conversation and she would have told you that she was not feeling loved or cared enough about, then a lot of things probably would have been different. You understand? in y'all's dynamic. But that's what we're talking about. Like, we got to have these conversations. Sometimes they're difficult conversations, but we have to have these conversations. at the end of the day, this for the betterment of our people. Like we can't be out here not, you know what I'm saying, being on one accord with each other. That's what society wants. Society wants us to be split apart. They don't want us to love each other and be together. They want the ratchetness. They want the disconnect. They want the separatism between us instead of wanting us. They don't want our love. They don't want to see our love. They don't value, and they you know, they don't put value in our love. They put value in our demise on the ratchet stuff that we do. Yeah, they are scared. People are scared. That boy's stupid. Nah.
But it's a conversation that need to be had, because y'all be thinking y'all out here doing something, and y'all need to have it so the women won't be going electrified or whatever you said, because those toys should not be out beating y'all.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So take the advice and learn her body and learn what the hell she's telling y'all, because we shouldn't. I shouldn't have to. I mean, I probably would still have a big black bag of gas, because that's just who I am. But that wouldn't be the primary thing.
That fool said, yes, you can compete. See, that's the problem. Listen, Jules, listen. When I tell you, listen to me, bruh. I'm telling you, I'm being honest, and this is from a real woman's perspective, right? We far rather have the real thing than any of that other stuff. Trust me, it's about the intimacy side of that. Trust me, it has nothing to do with what it do, the bag of tricks. If you touch me in a certain way, you touch me deeply, like it's a soul connection. That's what we trying to get y'all to understand. Like it's not just about the sex. It's not just about breaking me off. It's not just about me getting off.
Type his name in the chat. Type the Tantrum Man name in the chat and pin it, so that way they can go see for themselves. Because it's like hearing it from a woman or women, y'all still gonna be having whatever, some of y'all, when y'all could just watch this man, because he know what the hell he talking
That's
about.
why you don't want
he is a doctor in this thing.
Right. Let me see. He has like a whole. I'm a copy.
I know he coming to Georgia. I know he said, I asked him something about coming to Virginia. I gotta go back to
I'm gonna copy his
Well, I don't understand that, DJ Party Boys, because it's always a thing of the past, the present, the future, the now. For me, that's always something, and that has to start. And I don't know why it's a thing of a past for who and for what, for some jump off, and ain't nobody for real getting off. Like I know female wise, it's a lot of fake them. Y'all just can bust at, like I said, the wind great. I'm saying, ain't nobody. You could pin it. I pinned it.
You pinned it.
Foreplay should not have been become a thing of the past. I don't know why.
Right. Because again, like he said earlier, it's all about that, trying to get it off, get one off.
I don't know. Type his name too. Maybe they could focus. I don't know. They're gonna be able to. Is it up there? Air Studio?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me type. I'll type it.
Forest.
I'm
about to make me wet. Why you about to? Y'all need to bring me on video. Come on. I've been said that.
Come on.
Come on.
We waiting. Want to come on the live?
You playing. Let me let you in here. He think he done got all cute because he got locks now.
Who that?
DJ Party Boys.
Oh, okay. I put his
What's going?
Where am I? I'm in the car. I'm on the way to Greensboro.
Oh.
I gotta do a run. I gotta do a turn and burn to Greensboro and back to Richmond. So
okay.
I wanted to and like, cause you hit me up yesterday, it was like, hey, you gotta check it out. I was like, all right, I got a little bit of time before my meeting at 8 o'clock. Let me hop on here and see what y'all talking about. But I agree totally
He said, I
with
knew it was finished.
everything you're saying. And I'm gonna say
Got you,
why
Tom.
I agree, because you got some dudes out here that's literally just, like you said, they out for self. But the whole situation is that somebody put it was a video I seen not too long ago that was like, my grandfather walked to work.
Yes. I love, yes.
Yeah, so you know where I'm going.
Yes.
So by the time I get to my grandchildren, they're not gonna know what the hell going on. It's the same thing with relationships and sex and sensuality, because stigma is, oh, if you sensual or if you're being emotional with a female, you a sissy. You're not a man.
Mm-hmm.
It's bullshit. Excuse my language. That's BS.
Right.
So
Trust.
most fail to realize is that age-old question: what do women want? A woman is going to tell you every single time you touch her, every time you interact with her, every time you text her, every time you see her, what she wants. And if you're not paying attention, you're not listening, you're going to miss it.
It's going to go over
Say
your head.
a man go down, she might move a certain way, and he'll move another way. He's not listening.
Right.
She might move one way. She puts you in the position that she wants you in, but all you want to do is yum, 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 and you're missing the point.
Just want to hump.
You just want to hump. You like, okay, I'm going to eat the cook. Okay, you got a Mercedes, you got a BMW, you got a Ford. Each one of those vehicles, you got to work on the engine a different way.
Mm-hmm. Fact.
It's the same engine, same components. They do the same thing, but you got to work on that engine a different way.
Good
so
analogy.
That means if you get here, a female over here, and a garden tool over here, you're not going to mess with that woman the same way you mess with that garden tool.
Right.
You can't approach the box the same way every single time, because you're not going to get the same result every single time. And with a female, if she's giving fellatio to a dude, you can't approach the meat the same way that you did with Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Right.
It's ways, but people don't realize and don't understand that. And what we are doing is we're jumping into situationships before we get into a relationship with that person.
Right.
That's why I tell a person real quick, I'm going to make love to your mind before your body. And if you get a woman's mind, her body's going to follow.
That part.
She had a full hysterectomy. And if you know a woman that has had a full hysterectomy, it's hard for them to become wet, to become aroused. You have to put a little bit more extra effort in, because that centerpiece, that hormone, is not there anymore.
Right.
And she said the dude that literally would just try to get on and go to Pound Town.
Right, humping.
It's painful.
That's pain. That is very painful.
Probably ain't even patient.
She's just taking it because she's like, all right, let me let him get off and to be done with it. I don't even want to have sex after that.
Right.
And guys are not paying attention. If you were paying attention, you would know something is wrong. She's not moaning. She's not wet. You know when it's good. Ain't no guy on this live, on this chat, in this world gonna sit here and say, oh, I know when I'm in some good, or I don't know what I'm in. You know when it's got that macaroni and cheese stirring sound.
Okay.
You know it's good. So something is wrong, boy. Stop. Take 2 seconds. Reel it back in. If your shit goes, it goes left. Think about what's going on. And that's where people are missing, because we're not, like you said, we're not having those conversations. We're not meeting, go out, have some dinner, talk, and get to a vibe and to a place where you can fully understand the person that you're about to get involved with, whether it be a situationship or relationship. You can't be walking around here, because it gives dudes like me and like some of the other dudes that's on here that I see saying some of the same stuff I'm saying, it gives us a bad name, because now it's like, oh, you're gonna be just like the rest of them. And then as soon as I say, oh no, oh well, he's the other one said that too. So I don't even talk no more. You know what? Actions speak louder than words. So I'm gonna either show you or I'm not gonna show you. We all have a different days. Like guys, I'm 41. I'm about to be 42. Guys get older. We lose testosterone.
Yeah.
It happens. You take care of yourself. You do eat right. You live healthier. You're gonna be good. It's gonna work like it did when you was 21, 22, 23.
Right.
Like I said, I love the bag. I love the bags. Like I even got my own bag. So some days I'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna play with this and I'm gonna play with that. Or I wanna watch you play with this. Because then if I see you play with it, then I know what you like. But some cats don't pay attention. And that's why we got folks that's they know they care. They care about themselves. Yeah. I had a young lady that I was intimate with at one time. I didn't even say intimate. We was having sex. And she would get off in like 2 minutes and be like, all right, I'm ready. I'm done. Like, she literally would get in there and I'm on top. We get Michigan, I'm on top. And she would work her hips so I can hit her G-spot. And she would get off and be like, okay, I'm done. I'm like, I ain't even got nowhere near. Like, you just self. And I know some guys do the same thing, and it's the same. You're selfish. And it's like, I'd rather, like you said, I'd rather just play with myself and go to sleep than to deal with somebody I'm not going to get no pleasure from.
Right. 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 Definitely.
I'm done. I'm going.
All right. Hey, we appreciate you.
I definitely do. Be safe.
Yep. I am literally on the highway going down 85 to Greensboro, North Carolina. Yeah, I had to join in and say what's up. What's good, man?
Right.
Shout out to the brand. I see you.
All right, baby. Be safe, please.
Safe.
Text me later and let me know you made it. Okay.
Oh, y'all can't get me off, huh? Damn.
Oh, you gotta hang up, baby.
Hit the X.
I gotta hang up. All right, let me.
Yeah, hit the X. That was good stuff.
Jules.
That was good stuff.
Jules, yeah, you haven't changed clothes yet. We we need to do is see this part. We ain't got to see everything else. We just see this part.
He playing. But he made a good point about the hysterectomy.
I'm gonna call you later.
That hysterectomy thing, that was good stuff. Yeah. Because that's another thing, another topic, because you got to understand the different things that women go through. Just like me dealing with the fibroid that they had to test to make sure it wasn't cancerous, and it wasn't. But women we have those, and sometimes they don't do nothing, and sometimes that mess hurt. And if I'm telling you beforehand, you know, this might happen, you know, I haven't been with anybody in this amount of time, so I don't know what it's gonna do. So just be gentle, and you just gonna go in like you deep sea diving.
He said Adam.
Disrespectful. Like, and yeah, so that whole thing of even knowing that the woman, you know what I'm saying, got different issues going on. Respect that process too.
Mm-hmm. There you are.
Hello.
What's up, Joe?
Hey there. So, what's up? So, you don't got no lube in the place?
Don't come on here. Don't come on here with that.
But I don't have those issues, so at all.
We don't have those issues around these parts.
Well, you talking about pain.
He was talking about when you have when a woman has a hysterectomy, it's kind of hard for them to produce
vaginal juices.
Okay, I got it. Okay.
So that's what he was talking about.
And whoever she had been having sexual relationships with, he was being rough and just dry humping the heck out of the poor lady. And
it was painful. And it was painful.
He wasn't telling him. that you on
Talking about someone.
you ain't knowing what you're doing, bro.
Yeah, but she didn't say anything. She just laid there and let it happen. When you should never do that,
I
because
know she was all butt
I'm
burn.
not sacrificing pain for none of that. Like, not no bad pain,
For you?
rather. Let me say it like
For
that.
you?
Not no bad look, not no bad pain. Mm.
But at the age that we are, at the age that we are now, and we having these experiences with each other, women control that scene for the most part. So you know what I'm saying? I mean, y'all could, you know what I'm saying? I get down there.
But
You know what I'm saying?
everybody
Like,
ain't listening
what's
and
the
willing to
problem? But
comply.
what do you mean?
I mean, that's what we trying to
When
find
you
out.
admit it,
I
right?
mean, why won't
So
some of
you just
y'all
go
listen?
through with the bad sex. So you just going through with the bad
Not
sex.
I
Okay,
ain't gonna go
it's
okay,
not
through nothing
it's
because
not
I will go home and
I
you
already
gonna get
said what
out.
I do. I already said what I happen to have done. I was like, I'm done. It's a wrap. I'm done. I'm out. But what I'm saying is, there are women out there that don't do that because they feel like, oh, they don't want the dude to be mad at them, or they don't want they feel like, oh, I have to do this, or whatever the case may be. They just let it slide. But like I said, again, that comes with conversations. Like, you got to have those conversations with that person in order for you to be able to even know what they like or what they don't like. And if you're not having grown folk conversations with these persons, you're never going to know how the person's gonna, what they like or what they don't like. And with women, our bodies will tell you that we like this or not. It's a certain movement. You know what I'm saying?
It's a
It
certain sound.
sound. It might get a little bit wetter. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just,
She
listen,
gonna
pay
respond.
attention, pay
All of her is
attention.
gonna respond.
All we're saying is pay
this
attention.
Okay,
is
what
the
do you have?
problem that I'm having. Okay, all right. So, are we toxic? Are we toxic, or we got bad sex? You're not gonna be both. You know what I'm saying? Is most men toxic, or is most
They
men
got
got the
some
bad
whack
sex?
ass sex,
Because
man.
I, I
what?
can't. Listen. I cannot say. I'm gonna say I have had some bad. I have had some bad experiences, but my majority outrules the bad. However, there are bad situations. There are those who have bad, and not saying that they're bad all the way around. It's bad for me,
Me.
from my
Now
for
somebody else
me.
might be okay when I'm
Because
telling
there's
the truth, but it's
again, like he said, you can't go over here like you was over here with Keisha. You was over here with Keisha, and Keisha liked to get banged out you know
Right,
what I'm saying? Keisha liked to get banged out, get her walls banged out.
right,
Hey, Chris, like to get her walls banged out without no foreplay, without no intimacy, without nothing, no kissing, no nothing. I I am an intimate person. I like touch. I like foreplay first and foremost before anything. I like kissing. If I don't get that, I'm not aroused to that point.
okay. So you're not having sex then, right? Then you're not
Exactly.
having sex, right?
what do you mean you're
Okay.
not having sex? I don't
This,
understand.
what she's saying is, if she's not even being aroused, if she's not getting taken care of in the first place, if you're not being intimate with me, if you're just trying to jam and start fucking like can't get right, you know what I'm saying? I can't. I'm not even in the mood to do anything. It's not even a conversation. It's really not
Well,
about to
but
go
see,
down.
I see what you're saying,
So
but that ain't what it's always been. That's why we have it's there now because we
Yeah,
feel tired.
it's
So now
it's a
we're
growth
trying to come
process.
to the
It's a
point
growth
of
process.
why don't y'all just want to listen to
Right.
us? What we
It's a
like.
growth. It's a growth process. I mean, in my younger days, yeah, I've been in situations where like, oh, let me just go ahead and do it. We already in it. Let me go ahead. But was I satisfied at the end of the day? No, I was not. Did I do it again? No, I did not. And that's what. No, I didn't. I didn't do it again after that.
what how younger? When you're saying young, how old are you saying? You saying 20s,
In
10s?
my
What are you saying?
20s, in
Very
my 20s,
first,
because
early.
I did not have sexual intercourse in my teens.
Because
Well,
guys
that's
have
what
to learn how to
we're
have
talking.
sex. You
That
know what
is,
I'm
and
saying?
that's
But
what we're talking about. You have to
and
learn.
and, and, and,
You
and,
have to
and it's not
learn.
even the fact, no, because y'all know how to have sex. That's having sex. Animals have sex. Have an experience and a learned experience to where you understand the woman's body, the anatomy. Like at the beginning, and I know you came in late, I talked about how many nerve endings surround yoni in itself. That you don't never even got to
okay,
open it, touch it,
all right.
penetrate, or anything. You can
Right.
start with the inner thigh. There are so many nerve endings in our pelvic area, in our inner thigh, that you can go down in there and massage just that outside, and her body will react.
Yes.
I'm hip. I learned about sex in my mom's health. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? She had a health book this thick. I was reading that when I was 14.
See,
I'm
but
gonna
see,
get to your
you,
question,
you
Tom.
sounding like the guys that be saying they know. Oh, I was at 14.
We
Do
we
you
go.
know?
We're gonna get to your question, Tom. We're gonna get to your question. Tone
Nobody,
says,
hey,
hold on, Jules. Hold
hey,
on,
I'm here.
Jules. So Tone asked the question, how do you tell a
A
woman that she's
lazy
gotten
woman.
lazy and it's not fun anymore?
Right.
Just that you tell
And that was
her.
about to be, that was
Don't
about
be
to be
rude.
my next
You
thing.
don't
You
have
like,
to be
oh,
rude and
Yeah,
be
you
all in your alpha, but you can sit her down and say, you
I,
know, baby,
I got my voice. I got my voice high pitched.
Dude, why is your voice high pitched?
so
I'm
Tone,
being cool. I'm
but Tone, wait a
cool.
minute. We trying
I'm
to
being
answer Tone
cool.
questions. So Tone, you can just tell her, you know, babe, you know, we got to find some other strategies. Like, I want to try something new. I want to try something different. And that's your approach without just telling her that, you know, she ain't satisfying, or you ain't that, you know, she ain't that doing that thing no more. You kind of say you want to try something different.
Yeah,
You want to try this.
suggest
How do you
something
feel
else.
about that? And then let's see what she feels and what she's willing to try. Because she might be feeling the same goddamn way. And a lot of times a woman won't rock the boat, especially if you working 90 goddamn hours. We ain't trying to rock the boat. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to, you know, be arguing and fussing in this heat. We already know you tired and hot and stressed. And you don't work 90 hours. We gonna just let stuff slide. But if you already know that, trust me, she probably feel the same way. And before y'all can fall off into all these emotional affairs that become physical affairs. I mean, even though I know you said you broke up or whatever, but I'm just saying that's just for the next time, or if y'all get back or whatever, you approach that in that type of manner and see if she willing, or she probably already been looking into some other stuff. You never know. But when y'all don't have those conversations, because we get so comfortable sometimes with people, we feel like we know them so much. Oh, they wouldn't get interested in that. No, we all grow and evolve all the time, and you can never know anybody fully in the relationship. Never. You know, because we're always growing and evolving and being introduced to new parts of us.
Right.
So that's my opinion, you know, how you would approach her.
What's all the conversations about when we live on set? And I'm like, slow that motherfucker down. I'm a little bit
Right,
sensitive right
right,
now. How you doing that?
right.
They're like this. I need
And
to look like this.
it's always a way that you can
Yeah,
slow it down. You can switch positions. You understand what I'm saying? Like, do that.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Speaking. I'm just saying. Being
Right,
vocal
right.
at
At
our
our
age. Just
age.
being vocal. Here and on the spot. Right there on the spot. Hey,
But age
Right,
I don't like.
ain't got nothing to do with it, because a lot of people are of age, but that don't mean they mature. You
right.
just of age. And they ain't ready to receive no truth, because somebody done got them out here thinking, women or men,
Yeah,
slaying, and they ain't doing nothing.
right.
But honey,
Hold on,
they
I'm gonna
think they out
be
here
right
done.
back.
Well, preferences
Right.
change from person to person, like we already covered that. You know what I'm saying? So they could have been all that
To
to the other person. They
the other
could have been
person.
all that
So
to the
now
other
you
person.
need to know you
And
with somebody different.
okay, right. And now you're not really feeling emotions like that. Now, the thing is, how far are we getting into this sexual relationship to where you got an attitude? Because this means that you letting this go down and you're building, you know what I'm saying? You're building up resentment out of sexual frustration because you just letting it go down fucked up.
I don't think so. I just think that women are tired, and none of these women is out here doing that. I think that women are just tired of the experiences that they are having, and it's more than it's a lot of women who are experiencing it. For one thing, it's so much going on. There's other subjects and dimensions to this whole conversation, but you got to think how, like Party Boys has said, some men feel, well, you got to lay it down and you trying to get all into a woman and you a punk. And then you got to look at the feminization of y'all. You got to look at all the different entities that or and things that go into it. I don't know. That's why we having a conversation, because what is the problem that y'all don't want to listen? If a woman is telling you multiple times what it is, why can't you just do that? Why is it always I know? Why is your ego always you got to know everything? You don't know, because you're not a woman, and every woman is different, and you don't know what it takes for this one to get there or that one don't. But if you study the simple things, is what we talking about, you don't even gotta, if you study the anatomy, if you just go into wanting to learn about the woman's body, then most of us, like he said, most of us are, he related it to the car, the BMW, they all do the same thing, but you all work on it different. So you work on them different, but most of y'all, I'm not saying you, but a lot of men don't even know the basis of that. They just think it's touch a clit, lick a clit, stick it in, and that's what it is. And that's not what it is. And I'm sorry, it's not. And it's a whole lot of unlearned, alpha, basic, whoever type of men that don't know what they doing. Or not, or either they don't care and they just all out for self. Either way, it's not cool. We're over it, and y'all either gonna learn something or y'all not. And I mean, it's y'all choice, but y'all should not want to be out here just doing any old thing, like, and be okay with it.
Oh, that's sad, Tone. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. I'm sorry to hear that. So she was not willing to switch it up. She wasn't willing to change or reciprocate at all. Bruh. Look, bruh. See, that's
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Now, does she have any sexual trauma? Or you don't know?
the problem is that the focus is always on what y'all want. It's not all, that's not true. That's only selfish people focus on themselves.
You on point, because that's what I was about to say. But if we talking about all y'all nerve endings and all that stuff, is you jumping on this? Is you jumping on that thing doing your thing? Jumping on that thing doing your thing?
But we
know that you're doing your thing.
We in this conversation have already established the fact that we're reciprocators and we gonna reciprocate. That's not even a factor up in this conversation. What we're talking about now, there are women, and again, I've already pointed that out several times in this whole conversation. Yes, there are women that are selfish. Yes, there are women who just lay there. I use the Celie analogy. I said just laying there like a stiff boy. Yeah, there are those women, but that's, you know what I'm saying? There are those women, and I equally, you know what I'm saying, empathize with y'all on that aspect of it as well, because it's not cool when the person don't reciprocate. It's not cool at all. But
it's not. But doesn't that just mean that you're not? But doesn't that just mean that you're not sexual?
That part, yes, to a certain degree. To a certain degree, you know, I'll say this to a.
Don't you?
Not necessarily. Listen, not necessarily.
Hold on.
Wait, let me say. Not necessarily.
It's echo.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. It's horrible. So I think when you came back in mode, that's when it happened.
Oh, it's still echoing? Let me see. Nah, it ain't on.
Yeah, because I can't even hear what he's saying. Now I got an echo. He got an echo. Let's see who go out and come back in. You got a call or something?
Is it still echoing? Okay. I'm going to go out. I'm going to go back out and come back in. All right.
Okay. Now, Tone, you talk. I mean, not Tone. What's your name, Judah? You talk so I can see if you still got an echo. No, you
Oh,
don't. You
okay.
don't.
You
No,
get
I
feedback from
was. Oh
me?
yeah, it was horrible. I couldn't even hear what you were saying. I don't know what you were saying because it was an echo every time you talk. So let's see. I'm gonna get her back in here.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
So how much bad sex are you letting go down? Because you find out that you're
I
not
mean,
compatible with the person when they first
it's
come in
not
the
a
relationship.
whole bunch like that, but it's enough. Shit. For the last couple of years, it's enough. And see, I go months,
Why
years out. So when I finally am, it's like, what the hell was that?
Oh,
don't look, oh,
Yeah, it ain't like it's no regular. It's not regular for me. So when you finally like, it's like, what the hell was that?
so this is just something you've been complaining about the
I
last
mean,
couple of
it ain't even
years because you
about
ain't really
it ain't
been.
even just a complaint. It's facts, and it's fact with 20 different
All
women that
right.
I have talked to in the past 3-4 months. So, sir, it's an issue. That's the real pandemic. Okay.
Is that why are they all single?
no,
Are
they're
these
not
other
all
20 women
single.
single too?
What the hell? My earrings fell.
They're
Oh,
not all single,
I
right,
mean,
Mo?
No, some of them is in a relationship and a couple is married. There's about 7 of them that's single, but most of them is in relationships or situationships.
Mm-hmm.
and they in situationships and relationships where
Well, they're
they
settling
not
sexually. Yes, sir.
compatible.
They are settling sexually.
Well,
I can't do it. I
I don't know.
can't.
I don't I don't see how you can't just keep fucking me bad though. I can't
Well,
just
I feel
we
that
not
way,
gonna
but
get
they
in a
not there
relationship.
yet. And you got to think a lot of people, like I said, Tone was a wet bread when he talking about he worked 90 hours. If I was a woman and I knew I was being taken care of, I wouldn't be trying to, well, I can't say I wouldn't, but I could see how she wouldn't want to rock the boat if it was an issue, like if he wasn't doing his part. I'm not saying he is or wasn't. I'm just saying as an example. So she wouldn't want to
Oh,
rock the boat for that. So a lot of people would just stay because something else outweighs that. You know what I'm saying? And but
well,
I don't know.
I mean, the marriage is a lot more. I mean, that's a big part of marriage, but you
It's a
shouldn't
big
get. I
part
don't think you
of
should get
any
no
type of
divorce over
relationship.
that. Yes, I don't think you should get a
No,
divorce over
I
like.
don't think
But
that either. That's why we're saying conversations need to be had. Like you have to be able to have those tough conversations with your partner. Like that's part of communication. I mean, to me, if we don't have communication, we don't have anything. Like it's not even she was too busy trying to compete for it. Oh, gotcha. He said she was too busy trying to compete financially. Well, that's sad.
Well,
So she was
um,
basically she
yeah,
operated in her masculine energy, basically, is what you're
okay.
saying. She wasn't operating out of her feminine energy. She was operating out of her masculine energy. That's what that is.
Well,
yeah,
she
she
has something
was
to
like
prove to
this,
herself or whatever. So she obviously
and,
has some type of
and I
man trauma, where she felt like she
Yeah.
something, that she would want to compete with a man about. That is some
Yeah.
type of something trauma that she has encountered.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
too bad.
but she might just been an attractive woman that always had dudes catering and pandering to her, so she didn't necessarily put that
No,
type
he
of
said
effort in.
she was competing with him financially. I mean, she was trying to go out there and get as much as bag as he was getting. And he the man. He supposed to be the breadwinner. No, she operated in some alpha male
Yeah,
type. I mean, female
that's the
energy.
masculine. That's the masculine energy.
He
Female
definitely
energy.
has some type
Female
of
energy
issue with a
don't
man,
operate out of
some
that
type of
side. Female
trauma or
female
something.
energy don't operate on that. The
Not unless it's been some type of trauma to her, like daddy something or sexual trauma, something where she feels like she has to match a man's energy. It's
Right.
always some type of back trauma. I promise you it is. Something
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
happened and why she's acting like that.
Yeah. Definitely.
And I think that being more competitive nowadays. I think the technology and the
Okay, so she did have
engineering
severe
industry is
trauma at it. I know what I'm talking about. I trust me.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
yeah, I'm speaking from experience. I mean, you know that. Speaking from experience. Again, book plug, get the book. Get the book.
Yeah.
Heard.
what book is
My
this?
bad.
Is it?
Do I have it? I have her first.
Get,
Where I put the book at, Monty?
let me get your stingy chip book here.
The first book is called The One I Prayed For. Where the book at?
Nowadays, can relationships last over 10 years? How can nowadays? I don't know, cause I mean, I don't know. You know, I don't know. And I feel like I honestly feel like this, and that was another one that we talked about, which we'll probably get into that too during her story month. But I feel like people just need to be honest. A lot of people are not monogamous people. And so that's a whole nother topic we'll talk about. So that's how they're gonna be honest, because it's either gonna be a whole lot of infidelity, a whole lot of cheating, a whole lot of side D's and sides, and a whole lot of mashed potatoes and mac and cheese, or something.
Yeah.
Or people need to be honest. I'm not monogamous. I love you. I want to be with you, but I know that I like other people. And that's another conversation people need to have, because some people, I always say Geminis, Leos, Pisces.
Can't just be called.
Well, I feel like y'all know y'all are not monogamous. Y'all know y'all not really. Y'all always gonna want us to have a side. Like, so I don't know why y'all just can't be on something. Not all of y'all, but the ones that I know, I be telling them, y'all just be real. Like, quit trying to play. Y'all know y'all want more than one, and y'all need to be with a woman who can understand that and stop breaking people's heart and just tell them, after a while, I'm gonna want to go dabble somewhere else. I'm just gonna tell. And give
the book,
her that
choice
to accept it or leave you alone.
I'll pin the book.
That's not a sign thing. That's the man thing that who haven't decided to be monogamous. That's not a sign. That ain't a sign.
No.
Ain't no dude. It's not that many men, regardless of they sign, whoever they is. If you walked in the door holding another woman's hand and it's like, hey, babe, I got a surprise for you today, he's going to be like, oh, no, I don't want nothing to do with that. Ain't nobody.
I'm saying, but I'm talking about the man having those signs. I'm not talking about a woman bringing home no broad. I'm talking about the man need to be honest and say he always is going to be, he going to trust other waters. He need to be honest, because a lot of men be trying to act like they can do that and they can't, and then they be breaking these women's hearts. And then you got people throwing people out of windows, and they done took them somewhere in the woods and killed them and all kinds of crazy stuff when you know you wasn't monogamous. So why just tell the person that you want a sister wife? Just tell the truth and let her choose, instead of walking her around for 5 years in relationship and you've been dabbling for 4. Tell the truth, bro.
I will.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Rome
That'd
Jack
be cool
says
like,
social media in general is the problem.
It's getting a little boring around here in the bedroom. I think you need some help.
Well, if that's how he need to present it, but he need to just present it. However, just tell the truth.
Okay. All right then.
Yeah.
But he should have told that at the beginning. He knew it. Y'all know y'all.
That she needed some help. I thought that she needed some help at first. She was freak fishing.
I'm crying.
She was freak fishing. Now she needs some help. And he's like,
Pin that link. Pin the book link, Mo.
Hold on. Here it go. Oh, okay. Hold on. I gotta unpin this one.
She's writing a trilogy. This is the first of the 3.
So what type of books are these?
They are nonfiction.
They're nonfiction? Really?
True life event. Since I've been single, they've been on me. Now she want to come back. It always happens like that. That's on both sides. It always happens like that. They always come back.
You said you a faithful Gemini, Tom? Well, I love me a Gemini, honey.
They always come back, Tom. They always come
I
back.
love me a Gemini. I ain't gonna lie, I love me a Gemini.
In some shape, form, or fashion, they always come back.
Yeah, social media is has a lot going on, but you know.
Did I see Mr. Ingram on here?
I do. I see him.
What's going on?
I'm gonna let somebody come up in a minute, but so these are nonfiction books. I did want to ask about the book. I'm gonna check them out because I guess I'm gonna copy and paste the link because it's not like you can click it.
She'll DM it to you.
So these are.
I'm gonna tell you what you can do. I'm gonna tell you what you can do. Go follow Books by Morose _ right here. I've been doing. Listen,
you're supposed to be
okay, but I do.
I'm gonna send it to you.
Listen, but let me finish. So I've been doing story time.
No, he didn't try to put that in there.
Man.
No, he didn't.
Doing story time on there for the last couple of weeks. So there's snippets from the book on that particular on my book site that.
Oh yeah. Okay, hold on while I'm making
jokes.
Yeah.
You got a site for that?
I'm gonna tag it in here.
It's Books by Morose, and I've been doing
I got it. I'm about to put it in the chat.
So you can get snippets.
And the cover, her profile pic is the cover of the first book. Oh,
thank you.
Come on. Hold on. Books. All right.
So ain't no coming back. She don't let me back out the gate. I'm out here chasing everything. But don't chase everything, Tom. Now slow down.
Don't be like that. Don't be like that.
Everything for you, and you gonna mess around and get with some bad energy. Don't
be like that. Be your own genuine self. Don't even let.
And be done. I ain't mad at you for being done because y'all get hurt too, even though y'all don't tell it. Y'all be heartbroken too, and it's okay. But don't do that. Go on your male self-love journey. Start loving, doing all kind of crazy stuff for you. Not crazy as in wild, but I mean stuff you would never really do. If you never got pedicure, go get a pedicure. If you never got a full body massage at the spa and went in the salt caves and all of that, go do that for you. Go ski diving or something. I don't know. Do something that you wanted to do but you ain't never did. Go on your self-love journey. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
It is a beautiful thing. And it's a beautiful thing when men do it. I'm telling you. I know my journey it's still going and it's going, but go on your healing journey, your self-love healing journey.
I'm not dealing with you, talking about rough. You are not that. So don't even do that. You are not that.
What's that?
He's like rough. But yeah. Mm-mm.
Okay, so you saying this is interesting though. So we've officially said there's more men out here with bad sex than there's toxic men with good sex and dogging women out and dragging them.
We didn't even say nothing about nobody toxic. You brought that up. We can make that the next. We can talk about that next week.
No, the reason I said because it was an automatic thought in my head. Is I'm like, well, damn, if everybody running around,
Oh,
where's all these
we
toxic
talk
niggas
about the
coming from?
toxic men.
We
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 That's
talking
haven't
about
even
the
making these women
bad
we
know.
sex.
haven't even gotten to that part.
We ain't even on
It,
that. We just
it
trying to figure out
but
about
it's
the
a
bad
balance.
sex.
Don't you see how one would equate to the other? One would
Not
equate to the other if it's so many.
necessarily.
If
Not
most dudes are,
necessarily.
you
No.
said no.
Because
You could be,
and
you
bad
don't gotta
sex
be toxic and
goes
don't
both
know
ways.
what the hell you doing. Like that ain't got nothing to do with that. To me.
Yes, Rome Jack, we've already established that it goes both ways. Yes, indeed.
Women not doing. Women not getting taken, not making bad logical decisions over no weak pen.
You don't
You
think
know what I'm
so?
saying?
You don't think
That
so?
he,
We
I don't think so.
We're telling
I
you
don't think
from a
so.
woman's perspective, we're telling you there are some that are. We're telling you this.
Wait.
We're telling you it is.
I'm saying, hold on. Wait. I'm saying from where the analogy that I made, I'm saying, okay, so if these dudes running around here with whack sex, what's all the, you know what I'm saying, the toxic dick niggas that's got these women going crazy? Which one is it?
But we ain't
That's
got
what
to
I'm
that.
saying.
We ain't talking about that.
To the point to where you all would say that this is like a known issue that men are not pleasing women. That's the one, and that's what I'm saying. So, so that means if you do got the good game, so you is that guy when you do have that have some good sex game,
Right.
and that's why they do
Hey,
be going
that
crazy.
part, a lot of times it is.
Yeah.
A lot of times it is that way. But we're
About
not
to,
talking about those
about,
individuals. We're not
about to
talking
raise
about
the,
those
about to
individuals.
start.
We
Right.
talking about the
That's what
whack.
I said.
We
Because it's all these people with ED.
I'm about to turn.
Right.
I'm about to
Right.
start
And it's a
going
lot
who
of
gangster
people
on
said
this.
with
about
it. And
ED?
that's my
Oh,
point. That's what we talked about. Go back and do the replay when we done. But I'm telling you, we talked about that. Like, so if you know you have it, most of us are okay with a big black bag of gags. Just tell us that we can work with you, but don't be up in here talking about, yeah, I'm about to woo and you gonna be hard. And you know, especially when people like me go a long time and then I'm like, okay, all right. And then it's like you good? What? What just happened? Mm-mm.
that's why I'm not intertwining in it's such that's exactly why
Activities.
I'm not getting involved with such because I refuse to be disappointed. I refuse. I refuse.
You
I
refuse.
refuse.
Well, look, Moni, you might have to give a guy a couple tries though. You really thick, so the dude will be like really, it might be real
Jules.
excited, and
Hey, let's
he
do
might,
it.
no, for real, no, for real. Guy might get when he gets, fluffy sometime, dude.
I
And
know
I'm not
I
calling
know what you mean. I know
fat,
what you
Moni. I'm
mean.
just saying when it get juicy, sometimes the guy dude is excited, and then it is a lot of nerve endings going on. So it's all in his waist, on his thighs too. And he like, ooh, and it's warm and all. You know what I'm saying?
And look,
So he might have to get used
you
to.
right. You right. Because I say that all the time. When you know what you got to respect that some things is going to happen prematurely, but I ain't expecting you to still be premature after 10, 15, 20 minutes, an hour, a day, a year. No. When you coming back? When you coming back? No. I don't want to hear.
Damn. I don't know. Some guys might need
He
15,
like,
20 minutes.
well,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. Shoot,
But
we're
I don't
and
know
and
You
how
and
much
and, and
how
we're
much
not
time he
saying
might need. You know what I'm
we're
saying? I
not
don't know how
we're,
much time he
and
might need.
trust, we are not even saying that. We're not even saying about those who come with the little engine that could and try again. We're not talking about those people. We talking about the people that just don't. They just break. They just go off and they done, and they not trying to even finish. They're not trying to even accomplish anything else but themselves. That's what we talking about. We talking about those who are selfish. We talking about those selfish people. We talking about those selfish individuals. We're not saying Yes, because listen, anticipation is a mug. Listen, anticipation is a mug. You could have been talking to this female for the
Right.
longest time. And you know what I'm saying? Y'all vibe and y'all on one accord. You know what I'm saying? Everything is wonderful. You know what I'm saying? Y'all vibe and everything cool. You get to that point, it gets hot and heavy. You know, y'all get to that place, and then 2 minutes in, you like, you understand what I'm saying? I get that
Yeah.
because
It
of the
happens.
anticipation. So
Right.
that's not what we talking about. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about that because listen, at the end of the day, it happens. You know what I'm saying? It maybe there's some women might go quick like that. You
Tony
know what I'm saying?
crazy. I ain't messing with Tony.
So some, you know what I'm saying? It might be some women that get off real fast like that. You know what I'm saying? It
It
happens.
happens.
It
It
happens.
happens. It
That's
just
not even what
I want to know.
we're talking about. We talking about when it does happen and you're just like, "Oh well, I'm done." You know what I'm saying? I
And
don't
you
even
went
care. I
home
don't care
and
if you got
you
yours
went
or
to
not.
sleep
I don't
and you was
care.
okay.
It is what it is, you know, and you never attempt to try to please that person. You never try, like you never try to get to know that person's body, like you never try anything different. It's always about you every day, all day, and nothing is about that other person. You don't reciprocate at all. It's just all about me and I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the foolishness.
I
That's
don't
the
know, man.
foolishness that we be talking about. That's the foolishness.
Up
And,
and
and those
come.
are and those
It's
are the
just news to me,
conversations that
man.
need to be had. Like I just don't like both men and women. On the male perspective, if you have a lazy lover and she not doing nothing and not pleasing you and satisfying you, tell her. On the other aspect, we're telling you right now, if we're not
Well,
pleased,
that's
I'm gonna
what
tell
I'm.
you.
Well, that's what I do. That's why I don't understand how this goes on and on to where it's like a serious
Well,
complaint
it
because
is. It is.
I'm like right on the spot. I'm like,
Well,
Because
nah,
people
I need
because
this,
people are
or
unfortunately,
nah.
selfish
everybody
and
is not
they
there, and
only
a
think
lot of
about
women are not.
themselves.
And
Because there are people out there who only think of themselves and they don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? They don't care because they out there because again, like oh boy, like my boy said earlier, they
right,
just they
right,
just
Tone. Right,
he was with this person over here and what he did was enough for that person.
right,
He think that he can
right.
come over here to me and give me that same
Get it
what
out the
may
way.
have been the bomb for her might
Right.
be whack to me because my body operates different. I'm a different person. Like I don't that little bit that you gave her ain't nothing for me because it might take me a little bit. It might take me a little more stimulation. I might need a little more stimulation. That's all we're saying. Like, don't come, it's not a cookie cutter type of situation. Don't come in thinking, oh, I did this, man. I was with such and such over here. I beat the brakes off of that. You know what I'm saying? And here you coming over here. You coming over here, chocolate butterfly don't you ain't finna knock the brakes off of me like that because you thought that oh you did that to her and you came over here and I'm sitting here looking at you like that's it, you done? Like you ain't even get me there. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? Like you ain't even get me there. And now you mad at me because I'm trying to tell you that that wasn't it for me.
Mad at me.
You're mad at me because I'm telling you
And I'm
that wasn't
telling you
it
what
for
I
me, but I'm not that person over there
what I
as
like.
is you're not
And
that person over there. If you're a type of person and you like subpar, if you like subpar, then and you accept subpar, if you
Like,
accept subpar and that's all you want, that's all you gonna get. You understand what I'm saying? That's all you want. That's all you gonna receive. Or that's all that's gonna satisfy you. But if that's not what you want, if that's not what you want, then tell that person that's not getting me to where I need to be.
that part. That
You gotta have the
um,
conversation. You have to.
why is it penetration if you're not turned on? That's what I'm trying to. Why? How does this? How are you getting? How are you getting? How you getting catfished right there on the spot? On
I'm not
now, you
gonna
can
say.
say whatever
I'm
you
not
want to,
gonna
but right
say.
there on the spot where you
I'm
take
not
care of
gonna
the child.
say it's not.
Getting
A
the
person,
bed.
a person can be turned on. Listen, a woman can
Huh?
be turned on. A woman can be
What's
turned
wrong,
on,
yo?
but not be satisfied, and that's what we're talking about. We're talking about being turned on and not being satisfied at the end of the turn on. Like if you can say, "Oh, I started," they
Okay. Now you can work with that though.
no,
That's something you can work with.
No,
no.
no,
You can
and
work
no.
with.
Romeo,
That's something you can work with. He can figure it out. He can figure it out.
You
He can
we
figure it out. You have to
done
exactly.
tell
told
him.
them, and they don't
You
want to
have to tell him.
listen. What do you want? You want to get off?
Well, you need to tell him to get off and you get on top.
Man,
That's what you need.
if it was that
That's how you
easy.
do it.
Romeo, what you say? Wait, because I'm crying. You said, what happens if wetting the bed from the sex? What you mean? You mean if she's so juicy? Because yeah.
What? Okay,
You
but
want to come
but
on? You want me to write you on? You want to come on? Say yes or no, Romeo.
what Romeo talking about?
He said a lot of stuff so far, but the last thing he
I'll be
said,
back.
what the hell?
Hold up.
Hold on, where the world did it go?
So if the guy is good enough to get you aroused to the point, and he's just not finishing the job,
Who can
you
work
can work with
with
that.
it?
You can
You
work with
can work with a piece. No,
why
no,
you
no, no. But you
can't work with
you
that.
keep missing the point, and you've been on here for like 20 minutes. No, seriously, you're missing it. He don't want to hear it. So if you just did what you did and you ain't done nothing, yeah, he easy to work with if he want to work with you. But if you trying to tell him during the whole situation what you want and what you need, and he still keep doing some other stuff like DJ Party Boys when he was on here and he said, if you keep she moving her body to the left, but you gonna keep moving her to the right, and she keeps snatching your ass back to the left, but you ain't trying to get what you trying to get, or you think you doing something, but if you paying attention to her body, like he said, you gonna flow the way she said or the way she moving. So that you can't work with nobody who on their own swimming up the sea the wrong way and you going the other direction. That's not gonna work. And then afterwards, you tell the person, look, that wasn't what it was, and they think that they did something, and then they don't want to know. I mean, how you gonna work with that? You don't.
Oh man, I don't know. I can't
Well,
imagine. I can't
not
imagine
that
my
dude.
woman
You
telling
not
me.
that dude. So
My
that's
woman
good.
is going. You did not. Nah, you was weak as hell in this motherfucker this time. I'm sorry. And then I'm just
Not
was like,
yeah,
No,
cause okay.
fuck it.
Jews can't
I don't
understand.
care
Jews
about.
can't understand because he ain't that
He's a
dude.
pleaser.
He ain't
He's
that
a
dude.
pleaser.
So he
You're
can't
a pleaser.
understand. Like he can't wrap his head around the thought of how is this happening because he not that dude. So he can't understand it. And that's what we saying because we don't understand it either.
Hell no. You got beautiful women doing beautiful things in life, adding value, and out of all the people who would love to, we kind of like, okay, and then it's what, and you don't even want to learn. No, and this is not just my
Yeah, I
scenario.
can't.
He
It's
like this.
other
I
women's
can't.
scenario. We've been talking about this, but I'm the one that's gonna talk
I get
about
it.
it.
Because the dudes want
Right.
the cat. We want the cat. So I don't see how you not complying when you know what
Well,
I'm saying?
they some different type of
I'm not
breed then. I don't know why they ain't complying. I don't know why they don't want to have a conversation. I don't know why they don't want to listen to how our bodies are. I don't know why they don't want to. I don't know why. Yes, I would love those. I don't know why. I don't know. That's why we're having this conversation. What is the deficiency? Because we're trying to figure it out. Like, why you don't want to listen to it? We told you to go left. Why you don't go
you
right?
too, Moni? What's going on? Are y'all in the same?
Who?
No,
Y'all in the same city?
Who in
You're
the
not in the
same
same
city?
city?
me and you.
Nah. She in VA. I'm still in Texas. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
If we was in the same city, I'd be sitting next to her though.
Oh well, I
Yeah,
mean,
nah. I'm
I don't
I'm
know. You
still
gotta go to
I'm
work and
still
go to
out
step
here
class and all
in
that
the
stuff.
Lone
You know what I'm
Star
saying?
State. I'm
Yeah,
still out here
they
in the
finish
big
for
Texas.
themselves, Miss Madam.
You can be
Mhm.
busy.
I'm
You
sorry,
gotta go to work. You
Miss
gotta go to
Made It.
step
What is it,
class and
babe?
all
I
that
thought
stuff.
you the things is wrong.
You still
Damn.
dancing?
Miss Made,
Yeah.
Miss Made to win.
Yeah, I don't know,
Yeah.
man. You know what? I don't know what to say for no dudes like that. It's
Well,
hard for me to believe
believe
that
it, and it's a
that a man
plural.
just
He
not
It's a
fucking with you.
plural.
look,
It's so many of them. I can put them in my big black bag of gags. Okay.
he over here
Ugh.
flabbergasted like I can't believe this. Like I just can't understand it. That's
So
how
we
we
all
feel.
gonna be. So when y'all, so
I
when y'all see a woman
I
toting a
can
big black bag of gags, that's why.
I'm
not in it.
not I'm not doing all that. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not the one.
What?
I'm not doing all that. I'm not taking no big black bag nowhere. I'm not taking no big black bag nowhere because first of all, we gonna hatch it out. And if I get over there and it ain't right, I'm just gonna get up and
I'ma beat them with the big ass black bag of gags.
Look,
Ah, now you gotta go all the way. So that's how they start
oh
getting operations. That's how
Lord.
it starts.
I am not
That's how it
messing with
starts.
y'all.
You you see you get so frustrated with one girl,
No.
you gonna whoop everybody ass behind
Yeah, she got that pinned up.
that.
She got that pinned up aggression. She got that pent up aggression going on right now. I'm
Right.
chill. I'm
You gonna
chill.
whoop every man ass. Come on. Come and get your ass whooped with
She
your nine licking
she got
south.
that pent up aggression going on. I'm cool. I'm cool with it.
Yeah. What's up, cousin?
what's up?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know, man. I just want to know, like, what happened? Y'all talking like about bad sex. What happened is good sex?
That's what we want to know. Shit.
It's that much. It's so much bad sex. All y'all talking about is the
That's what
bad
I'm
shit. I
saying.
don't know what the hell.
See,
What happened when
now
you get
look,
a
now
bra
that we got
busting all
another
over the
male up
bed
here,
and
that's
all
all
this
I'm
other
saying.
shit, and you be looking like what happened, and then you fuck their head up, right? Their head be fucked up after y'all do that, right? That's why they probably their head is fucked up because they been getting so much bad sex. When they finally get some good sex, they be chasing that nigga down the street, hiding in the bushes,
Yeah,
and all the other
see,
bullshit.
that's what he's talking about. That's
Oh, they
what
said
Jules
that. No, they
talking
did
about.
say
We
that.
ain't
That's why
even
I said
on
I'm
that
about to raise the
subject though. We
question.
not
We
even
ain't
Yeah,
on
talking
that.
about that.
that's right.
What y'all talking about the bad
Mm-mm.
shit for? Everybody knows bad shit. That's why it's all them damn commercials on TV, niggas popping
Because we
pills
want to know
and all
why
this
that it
other shit.
is and why y'all don't want to listen when we trying to tell y'all what it is that we want or we need, because it shouldn't have to be any bad anything. Because if you're in tune to the woman and if you're not that guy, then you're not that guy. But it's a whole lot of guys who are not in tune, who don't know what is what and where is what, and they ain't completing it. They ain't doing what they
I
need to
swear,
do.
I'm
And
not.
so we want to find
I'm
out,
married. Look, I'm married. I ain't no swinger or nothing like that. But I guarantee you, a lot of relationships probably do need that second person because it's gonna be motherfuckers in relationships that you be with a person for a certain amount of time, and then after a certain amount of time, y'all lose the. It can't happen. Reset buttons. They need
Oh,
to
you
They need
was
to
breaking
get
up.
specific.
it ain't right. I make sure that you have Bob to finish up. I like that song, Bob.
What's Bob?
Yeah.
Oh, my friends is like linking in. Oh, okay. So I went live. They all linking in
Yeah,
too.
because
Okay.
they coming in because you're on live.
Right. They want to hear what I got to say about this bullshit. But it's the truth though. Like
Uh,
at the end of the day, when you in a relationship,
You breaking up, cuz.
God damn it, because I'm not in Wi-Fi. Hold on, let me move my motherfucking car. I'm in my motherfucking car, so let me move my car. Shit.
Because I
I
already
mean,
know,
and
I
you
mean,
could really see that in earlier back in the day, like when you was talking about when you made the joke about you know what I'm saying, color purple. Yeah, we talking about way back in the early 1900s and stuff like that,
No,
where
but it's
dudes, but you
still
know,
it's
dudes out here
like
doing that
still
today,
relevant.
though,
It's
Jules.
still
Like it's still people out here doing that crap today on both sides, on both ends of the spectrum. It's women who still laying there flat in missionary, not doing nothing, not reciprocating, not giving nothing back, and laying there. And it's dudes who just only hit that missionary on a regular and for the pounding and then they done and that's it. It's on both. It's on both ends. That's what we talking about. Like it's on
I'm gonna
both
be
ends
honest
though.
with you. That shit really ain't sex. That shit is just boring ass shit that you do in the past time. That's just like if a girl get a rose and they put on their motherfucking pussy and they just be shaking. I ain't never seen a broad on no rose yet, right? But I hear bitches go crazy like that's my nigga. That's my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same fucking shit as a nigga go on Pornhub and watch a motherfucking flick and bust one real quick. It's the equivalent to getting on top of a broad, fucking for less than 15 minutes. Nowadays, that shit is so accustomed. Brides is going to bed and they be like, you fuck for 30 minutes and they act like it's 3 hours. It's just a whole different dynamic.
What in the world is 30 minutes?
Right, and that's what see what you just said? But it's some of them out here now, that's what they be looking at you like, come on, nigga, I'm ready, I'm done, like and shit like that. So if it don't matter, like if that's the situation a lot of times with the situation. So when you dealing with
Cootie, the ice
it's people
cream.
that don't even want to go rounds no more. They think
Huh?
one round is enough. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta
Good
put yourself in
Lord.
everybody's shoes. Like sometimes that's just how the fuck shit be. Like at the end of the day, everybody gotta find their cup of tea. And they gotta hope sure
Right.
that shit tastes right, even when it's sweet, even when that shit is sour. So you
Right.
gotta understand that's your cup of tea. And if y'all can understand that shit, maybe y'all could make it work. That's how marriages
Right.
work
And
back in
that's
the
where the
day. Everything
conversations.
ain't always gonna be right. Everything ain't always gonna be good sex. Everything ain't always gonna
Yeah.
be bad sex. But at
Right.
the end of the day, you gotta make sure that's the motherfucker you wanna be with. Because at the end of the day,
Right.
it's gonna be 1,000 motherfuckers that see you with somebody and they might want to be
So
with you.
it
Why
is
you think
good.
9 out of 10 times married motherfuckers is more attracted to women than single motherfuckers? That's fucked up. That shouldn't be that way. But that's because they see a motherfucker that already got somebody. They feel like he know how to deal with a woman. It's a lot of motherfuckers out here. They feel like the reason why they ain't got nobody. They 40 years old. They got 8 kids, 6 baby mamas, or whatever the situation is. I'm not criticizing. I got 3 kids, 3 baby mamas. They all the same age. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck. That's just what they fucking hit for. At the end of the day, you understand what I'm saying? I had fun when I was young. That's how that was.
Yes, you
But I
did.
did.
With several of my
Yeah.
friends.
And
Well, a lot of people.
and
Yes,
yeah.
I was really bad. I know. That's why I said I'm a Gemini. I ain't shit. I know I ain't
Right.
shit, and I can accept
But no,
myself.
I
You know what I'm saying?
agree with you. I agree with you. 30 minutes can be a long time. It just depends. When it's good, that can be, and that might satisfy a person. That might satisfy a person. If it's good, then it might satisfy a person. We not talking about the good stuff. We talking about the bad stuff though. Like those who aren't
It's bad.
attentive.
It's bad stuff even in a marriage. It's bad stuff in a
Right.
relationship. It's gonna be bad stuff in everything that you do in life. If you think around, everybody gonna say, "Well, we just talking about the bad stuff." You can talk about the bad stuff, and I'm with the bad stuff and the good stuff because it ain't no good without no bad. So you got to know it's vice versa, no matter what. So at the end of the
Yeah.
day, like like I understand what you're talking about. It's so much bad sex. Why you think motherfuckers out? Like I said, the ED commercials, that shit is real. They putting shit in
Yeah.
food.
Definitely.
They putting
Yeah.
shit in niggas' foods and shit like that. The shit we
Definitely.
eating. This increase in the ED population.
Right.
They're doing it on purpose so they can make money. They don't give a fuck about your dick. They give a fuck about their pockets. So anything they can do to line their motherfucking pockets, they gonna fucking do. And that's a real
Okay,
shit.
Franny.
That's what's up.
I'm crying.
You know?
And two, let me
And
just
that's the lead to a
go
lot of that bad
off of what
sex.
Tone said. Let me just go off of what Tone said. And it's not only about the penetration portion of it. That's why we were talking about
Oh,
foreplay and
so you want to
things.
go into like
Touch,
what Chima
touch.
said the other day when I was watching the video? When niggas go downtown and they eat pussy and then they half-ass eat the pussy, or they go
Romeo, stop
downtown.
being so
I'm sorry,
graphic.
I don't
No,
mean to be
bro.
graphic, but it's the truth. It's the truth. When niggas is they talking about the sex is bad, but they not willing to do the shit to make the sex good for the woman. So in the end of the day, the woman is
True.
not getting pleased the way she needs to get pleased.
At
So in the
all.
end of the day, they want to sit back and say, "Oh, he didn't do this, or this was bad sex." It's not necessarily bad sex. It's like they just not going all the way there with you to make the sex good for you. Some things it takes more than what the dick. It might take more. It might take more caressing. They might damn near have to be like a damn bitch fucking another bitch. Excuse my language, but you know what I mean. And if that's the way it is, that's just the way it is. I mean, I don't know why people think that when you dealing with situations like this, oh my God, these people are jumping on here. This is crazy. Look, so they're like talking, but look, y'all know what I mean though. Like bad sex is bad sex, but it's a lot of times with women it's the guys make it bad because they only worry about themselves. That's what it is.
Unfortunately,
that's what
yeah.
it is.
And that's an epidemic right now. Like I said, talking to these women over these past, because I thought, that's just my thing going on. But when I talk to more and more and more women, and like I said, from the age of 28 to about 68, and we all talking about the same, I was like, I got emotional. Like I said, when I talked to the older lady, I'm like, so this is really like happening, so it's just like, wow. But you got to understand, I've talked from 28 to 68. Why are we all having the same conversation and the same issue? You missing it. Right.
You're confused because that's not you. It's not you, Jules.
And
It's not you.
that's why I said in the beginning that if you're not that guy, this is not for you, but you need to check the ones that are, because at the end of the day, the tantrum man is out here giving out the best information ever. And there is no excuse for people to still be selfish, for grown men to not want to have a conversation and to not want to be corrected about what they giving out. If it's not good, it's not good, and you can't be offended because a woman trying to tell you how to satisfy her or to make sure stuff is right. And at the end of the day, I don't care if it ain't right for me. Please make it right for the next person. And be glad that I was woman enough and strong enough and know myself enough to tell you that you're not doing nothing.
It don't matter if you're doing nothing. You know how many women accepted nigga that was good at first, and then they get bad, and they just lay there and deal with it.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah,
that's what he didn't
earlier.
understand.
It don't matter.
Yeah, that's what we were saying.
But that's where you get the people that lay there on their back and be a missionary. Some of them girls is like that because they don't want to be with that dude. They not like that because they had a sexual traumatic something happened when they was a kid. They not mad because of this or that. They mad because this nigga ain't gonna ever. They don't feel like this nigga gonna ever get them there. Now they didn't chose somebody to be with that maybe in the beginning might have been tearing their ass off the motherfucker, paint off the walls, right? But now he ain't doing that no more. So the badness is there, but you still got love for this motherfucker because y'all done been through some shit. Like you feel like this motherfucker know me. He don't nobody else know me. This motherfucker is my soulmate kind, even though the sex ain't what it used to be. So they deal with that shit. How the fuck y'all thought them relationships was lasting back in the day for 25 years?
That sounds more realistic. Now I can kind of wrap my head around. You know what I'm saying?
But I said that analogy earlier.
Earlier, Jules.
You said they just wasn't doing. I'm like, how?
Jules, we said that earlier. We said that same thing earlier. We just didn't use all the cuss words.
Right.
Well, maybe that made it. Maybe the cuss words made them hear it though.
No. Right.
They said that earlier. They didn't.
It wasn't. It's not. No, I understand. I haven't heard them say.
Yes.
Well, we was together for a while in the
it don't matter if you were together for a day or for 100 years.
This is what she said. I ain't messing with nobody.
It don't matter if you a day or 100 years. You ought to be able to perform and know a woman's body. And if you don't know a woman's body, quit being mad. And when somebody try to check you on it and they doing it respectfully, and don't be mad trying to say, I know. I've been slaying and playing since I was dead. I don't care, because if you're not doing what you need to do, it don't matter, because everybody is not the same, and you can't. Why is you weak, Romeo? I'm just saying, like, I'm just like,
somebody on here from Farrell High School. Honey, somebody on here from Farrell High School.
Yeah, I know. Bird. That's Bird.
That's what you laughing at, right?
Okay.
What did I walk
into
Farrell High?
What did he walk into Farrell High?
Because they know I'm graphic anyway.
What's up, Bird?
Right, that's what I'm saying. We're not even teenagers no more. How's the relationship getting?
Here we go, asking the same question again.
But you see but you see what I'm saying?
I ain't messing with nobody. I finally went to go ahead and give it up, want to give me something, and it's whack. And this didn't happen to me a couple of times. That's what.
Yeah, but what I just said was that it was good at first. Yes,
You said right.
And
You
it could
said something different.
become
I'm talking
after.
about what the ladies were
See,
saying. What you explained, I'm
have
like,
y'all
okay,
ever
I
heard
One at a time.
okay, have y'all ever heard of the 7-year itch they say in marriages? Then if you ever
Yeah.
heard of, like, if you with a person for more than, you need to give a person 6 months to find out who they are. I say it's 1.5 to 2 years to find out who they are. Then that's even to find out if y'all really sexually compatible. It might go into that 2-year phase, because at first, the first 1.5 to 6 months, y'all jumping on each other like fucking monkeys. But after that first 1.5 to 6 months, y'all ain't jumping on each other no more. Shit will change. You know, you got an argument now, and shit ain't right, or you got to deal with this, or this is stressing you out. You lost your job. Anything can happen. They could throw a monkey wrench in the system. It's not always the sex to go bad. It's the shit around you that bring down the motherfucking sex. And people don't want to
Be
understand that. I'm
quiet.
serious. That's the
No,
real
I'm
Well,
reading
that's
a
shit.
comment. I'm
What?
reading a
What do they
comment.
say?
My sex game has increased tenfold since I subscribed to Pornhub.
Oh, because I said something about Pornhub.
that's
Because
what
I
I'm
said something about Pornhub.
nasty. I don't
Because
understand. I'm like, who you
because
talking about?
niggas
Some
be
old
niggas
ass
be
men is
niggas be
nasty as
on
dudes in
Pornhub
it.
and they get
That's
one off before the girl
that's
come. So then the girl don't even know, like, oh, she'd be like, oh, you about to, oh, I'm gonna tear your ass up. They don't know that nigga done busted 2 nuts before they walked in the door. He ready to
And
fuck all
should.
night. And he should. He should
oh well
be ready for the
that's
girl.
that's just that's just abuse.
Ooh,
That's just
That's
self
a
abuse. So that's
what are you?
so
Jules
we
said you wasting it. He
that's
said
just
you
self
wasting.
abuse. That's self
I'm not
abuse, not 2 of
saying
them.
2 of them,
Well,
but you know,
But
whatever
I'm
you
saying
need to
though,
do
niggas
to
need to get
complete
the
the
one.
If
Nigga,
job,
I'm
it
40.
take you to,
whatever
if it,
you need to
What you
do to
talking about
complete
for
the
real? We're not
task,
about
whatever
the
to.
you
We're
need
not
to
about
assignment.
to rock my
is that your
motherfucking world
discretion?
around
Is
this
that your
How
discretion?
motherfucker.
You
many
do whatever you need to
ever
do.
you need to
I
You
mean,
know
do
what I
yeah,
mean?
to complete the assignment. I don't care.
I would never tell a nigga what to do before they get down. All I'm saying is in general. I'm saying in general.
exactly. And
Yep, yep.
that's what I was gonna say earlier. You talking about we need to go check them. We not about to run around. Hey, brother, make sure you're making love to your wife.
Yeah,
Sister, come on,
yeah. You know what I'm saying?
man.
Yeah,
Why not? If that's
yeah.
what it
We
takes for
not doing.
y'all
We
to
can't
get
do
y'all
that.
No,
tribe
you don't
tightened
do
up,
that.
We
because right
can't
now
do
y'all
that.
out here
Y'all
looking
have to. We
sloppy.
have to do that. We
Yes, you
can't
can.
do that. Other than a general
Yes, you can.
conversation like this, where we kicking the shit, you're not gonna get no do. Hey man, make sure
Wait, do you see?
you know
Look,
that
Yes,
if you just rub
you
Moni,
can.
all
And
look,
right,
look,
Tom.
30
tap
minutes,
into Mr.
30
Tantra.
minutes,
I'm telling y'all, I
30
don't
minutes. Look,
care
Moni,
what y'all talking
30 minutes
about.
is a long time when the sex is good. Look, everybody going against what you said. I'm with you though. Don't look, I'm with you. I think that you should go some rounds. Fuck what I said. I might have said this shit. That don't mean it was right. It was wrong. Yeah. You
you
know
can
what I'm
go some
saying? Fuck
rounds.
that
You can
shit.
go
It's
some
wrong.
rounds.
You
You
should want to fuck for
can go
hours. I
some
don't give a fuck.
rounds.
You shouldn't want to be no goddamn old ass, like sitting in the corner ass motherfucker. You shouldn't even want to do that 15 minutes, bust one and stuff. That's what I'm saying. You
What is
should want to
that?
go right. What is that? Right. That's just starting. You ain't even broke a fucking sweat. So look, I'm serious though.
Why
You
you
know what I
Right.
mean.
looking like that, Mo?
Because I don't agree.
You know
I
what I
don't
I'm
agree.
a
mean.
sweat on you.
What
You
about
taking it
going
from a
You gonna come
certain
around?
minute.
out?
Yeah,
Wow.
I don't agree necessarily that you don't have to do all that sometimes. It don't take all that
Well,
sometimes.
yeah, you're right.
Oh.
Sometimes it's good for one
I
round,
want
maybe,
a
or
round or
good.
two. Being that I don't get no rounds, I would like a round or two.
But what I'm saying, it doesn't take that all the time. Like I said, if you know that person's body, if you know that woman's body and you are a pleaser of that, if you are a pleaser and you know that person's
You should
body, it
be
don't
able to get
take
them
all
all
that.
fast.
Is what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
yeah,
If you
Well,
get that person
yeah,
off,
of course.
yeah.
that's
You
what
know
I'm
that.
saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, it don't always take that. Not saying that it's not enjoyable to go the rounds. Yes, we all would like rounds. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm saying that it doesn't always have to be that way. And if you don't put in the work to please that person from the first go round,
In
they
the
That
might
part.
not
first
even
place,
need.
right?
But that's what I'm saying, like if you don't please that person on that first go round, I'm not even trying to even get. If I see that you are not a reciprocator, or selfish you're selfish on that first time, and then I say something and you're like, I got mine. You understand what I'm saying? Then it's not
Or if you
gonna
act like
even
you
worry
did
about. I'm not
something,
even gonna worry about the round two, because I don't need. I don't.
I'm
I can do that on my
going. You
own
going
without
home or
you.
I'm going
I
home.
mean, I feel what you're saying. You know what I mean? Like, I'm more of a pleaser, so don't think I never really had that type of issue with women. Like I'm more like I like to see a woman get off. You know what I'm saying? I like to see you come. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm not. I don't
that's what I'm
think
saying.
that.
Most
I
of
think
us is
that.
like
I just
that
think
though.
sometimes maybe your ooh might be too good. Maybe the motherfucker ain't ready. He ain't ready. You didn't gave him some, and he's
I
shaking it,
told
and he's
Moni
shaking
that
before you. He didn't
Moni
tap it,
call it
and that
dick,
shit said
man. You get
ooh,
up
and
and
he
all
But
that.
closed
we
the
Shit.
door.
know that.
So
But I'm saying we
before
know
you
that. And
know
so
it,
I said that when you know what you have, you know what to do. But we expect maybe that one, but we don't expect you to be one and done. And if you do have that first initial but you done after that? Come on.
Hey man, people
I mean,
gotta go to work tomorrow, man. I don't
again,
know what
again, I say if the person is one and done and they have not gotten you where you need to be, then
That's
that's their
the
issue, not
woman.
yours. Like I said, if it's one and done and we both laid out like this and I'm laid out and
That
I'm
is
breathing hard,
okay.
I'm good. I'm good with that. I'm
come
good.
on, man. Who is like that? That's been born since 1970. Ain't nobody like that. No, but unless you maybe a big dude. Is you talking about you fucking
I
big
was a
fat
big fat
dude?
dude. I was
We
a
It,
big fat
it's
dude
not
too.
trying to
even
we trying
it's
to
not
hit
even
And I
dudes.
wasn't even doing that.
Hold
Come
up.
on now. Don't
You
even
said
blame.
I've never had that bomb electric bill pants. What? You've never had
Who
it?
said
What's wrong?
that? Who said
Why?
that?
Why
Mm,
have you never had it?
Who said this?
Six
And
and
where is it? Where has it gone?
six
Oh,
Where has it
42.
is that bird? Is
gone?
that bird? Let me see.
Yeah,
Let me see. That's
that's who
bird.
it was.
Let me
Yeah.
see. Let me see. Oh my god. Ah,
Well, where has
bird.
it gone, honey? Because it was once a thing. I don't know where it's
What
gone.
about
I
that white
don't know
girl?
about that.
Hey, ask. What
That
about
is
that white girl?
sad. That's very
What
sad.
about that
That's
white girl?
sad.
Can
I'm
we
That white
sorry.
girl back
bring
in the
it
day?
back? Can we bring the electric bill paying sex back?
I'm
I mean, where did it go?
sorry.
Wait a minute. Do you
I
mean you when you
apologize
say
for
you
you.
never ask him that when he says he never had that? Ask him is he mean paying his bills or her
No,
paying or him paying
he
her
he
bills?
What
said
Apple bill? It
it
meant that
don't
it was
matter.
good.
He just
But
saying that he never had that good like that. He never had that good like that.
Well, he should have been trying to hang out with me or Arthur when we was kids then, because motherfucker, everybody had got some. I
yeah,
was passing that shit
because
around.
I don't
Lord
I
I don't
was
know
I was
what's
knows.
been
passing
going
that shit
on
around.
out
I
here,
was
man.
passing
I
it
don't
around. I
know
got
what's
all
This
going
this
all
on.
my
my
all
little cousin, and he was with all
all
my
my
friends. I said,
cousins,
"Don't mess with
all
my
my
little cousin."
cousins got kids by my baby mama's friends. All of them, all of them. Because if I was hanging out, if you came with me, one girl was gonna talk to you. It was gonna be another girl gonna talk to you. I ain't give a fuck if you was gay or straight, nigga. I had gay niggas getting pussy. Stop fucking playing with me. So don't even. It's not even about that. I think that if you ain't got no good in your life, that's your problem. I'm sorry to say, bro. You gotta figure something out. Because there's no way in hell that ain't
He
nobody
said you
ever
gotta
put it
figure
on you.
something out.
Yeah, because it can't be no way in hell. There ain't nobody ever put that pounding down or you put the pound down that motherfucker like that. Because at the end of the day,
Let you keep your mouth closed about what, Damon?
what'd he say?
He said let him
Nothing.
keep his mouth closed. About what?
Go ahead and talk. Shit, we grown. I got
And
grandkids.
that's the
I
problem.
got
We
grandkids.
grown, and
And I
this
look
this
younger than I
this
do in
this
high
this.
school. This shit crazy. You ain't gotta tell me nothing. Shit.
I don't know. I ain't never heard of no. I ain't never.
What,
I ain't never
what
heard
you
people
mean?
talk like this, man.
Like, man,
Never heard
Talk
people
I
what?
talk
still
like
can't
this.
figure.
This is
Dude,
Let's Talk
I
Real
I
can't
Talk.
never
never
heard
heard
You
you
don't
nobody
want
say
to
talk
no.
talk
like that at
about it?
this
I
age.
I
I
don't pay
do.
car notes, mortgage, trick daddy.
Not at this
Nah,
age.
we not talking. Nah,
Not
that's
this.
not what he's
Not,
saying. He not talking about that. Do I need to
Lord, y'all
chime
coming
in on
in
this?
and don't know what's
Okay,
going
What did
on.
if
he
you
say?
want to chime
I
in,
don't
you want to chime
know
in.
what's. I don't. No, I don't know
Demond
what's.
said he
No, I'm
wants to
not out
chime
here
Go
in.
getting.
ahead.
You want to chime in, Demond?
All right. So you can bring someone else up, man.
Well,
I'll
we
go ahead and
appreciate
rush the
you
West
coming in,
and
Judah.
mess with y'all in the chat, man. You know, I hope that
You still distraught. You're
we
distraught,
find
my
a way to
friend. You're
overcome
distraught, huh? You're still
Just
distraught.
be glad you're not one of them. You're not one of them.
I don't think it's a problem like
It
that. I just
is.
think that
It
that's
is.
you know what I'm saying. You
It is.
just have a
No,
drop.
It
That's
is.
too
Okay,
bad.
That's
You
too
want
bad for you, I think.
No.
I just
okay,
think
was
this
so
is wrong.
Damon said he need the
You were just
backstory.
married. You don't know nothing. You wait a minute. You were married. You don't know
Woo!
nothing for real anyway.
who?
You was
Romeo.
weren't you
He
married?
said I don't know nothing.
We know a lot. We know a lot.
Man, listen,
No.
you got the
No,
wrong
what I'm saying,
Honey.
no.
what
Oh, go
I didn't
ahead.
mean it to that
What you saying?
extreme. What I'm saying is I'm saying
Nah,
you just come out
she
of
been out of
I
that.
ain't just came
you
out of
come out of a
nothing.
okay. Wait. Let me. All right, so right, because you said the past couple years. I know it's not just come out, but you just
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Nah,
saying. You was in a
Just
relationship.
get the
You
book.
got out.
Just
You
get the
hit a drought.
book. Mm-mm.
okay, so give Damon tell Damon the
I don't
backstory. So the
know if I
back
can believe this book.
tell
I don't know. This I'm gonna put. I don't know
Okay.
if this could be.
We ain't
Nah,
gonna
you
finish
said
it
you
all
this
tonight.
100%
We ain't gonna finish it
nonfiction.
all tonight. You have to come back next session, Jew. So
No, I'm gonna come back. But you said so. This is 100%
It's
nonfiction.
a
Now I'm
the book.
it's
believing
a
you.
lot
Yeah,
of
the book
shit.
is. The book
My
is.
cousin been through a lot.
Yeah.
My cousin has been through a
Yeah.
lot. So it's
He
not like
don't know. He's new. He knew. He don't
I
know.
don't I don't
I don't
kind
know
of
about the book.
live.
I tried to
I
ask
lived in
about
the
the
book.
book.
I'm in the
What
book
I
probably. I'm
tried to
guaranteed I
ask
got
about the
a
book.
section or
Oh,
two.
we all in the book.
I
Well,
tried to
look, we
ask
all
about
in
the
there.
book.
So
They told me, don't. This
I'm in the book.
Hey, I'm trying to
Definitely
ask
in the
about
book.
the book. They
he
told
in the
me where to
book.
go. That's what
Yeah,
they
He is
said.
definitely.
in the
You're
book.
in the
So,
book.
so
Yeah,
I
he
would
in
have
the
been a
book,
little bit
right?
better. I would have been. Then I would have been kind of knowing what I'm talking about a little bit because I'm like, oh, well, what's the book about?
Okay,
Then I
so
would have kind of knew what I was
this
talking about. I don't know
Well,
what I'm
look.
talking about.
Go. You got
I'm,
the link. Go to Books by Mo Rose and look at it. You can listen to the story
I'm, I'm,
time. Okay. Because we
and
ain't gonna get into that right
I
now.
am.
You
she's
said
giving like on there she's giving
bossy women.
excerpts. Like she does a story time every Tuesday. She does a story time and she reads an excerpt out the book. So if you want to go on the Mo Rose Books by Mo Rose,
I
no, I'm
got it.
saying
Hey,
go
I
on
got
there
it.
so you can listen
You
to the
need to go where I
excerpts
need to
of the
go.
book so you'll understand some of the stuff.
No, I'm going. Shoot me the real link because your link is messed. Your pin link is
Okay,
messed up. Okay.
I'll send it to you. I'll
All
send it
right.
to you in your
yo,
inbox. But
yo,
Mo,
All right. Good. All right.
Tell
Good night,
Damon
everybody. It was
what the
cool
topic
kicking it
of.
with
It's a
everybody. Get
couple
to know.
people that's just coming in. Give them the topic of
yeah,
discussion
that
at
Bibby is
hand.
one of them.
No, you can.
It's Bibby.
No,
Bad
you
sex,
give
right?
it.
I
You
don't know.
tell them because you tell them.
Is it bad
Okay.
sex? What is the topic again?
Oh, I
So the
gotta go.
topic is the difference
All right, man.
between sex and sensuality. Because a
Oh,
lot of men don't know the difference of the sensual touch versus sex. Y'all want to go right into that thing, and then y'all don't even want to complete the thing, and then y'all want to make sure the woman is satisfied. So at the end of the day, if you're not that guy that you are a pleaser, then it doesn't pertain to you, but it do pertain to you because you need to hold your brothers who is out here looking sloppy and making y'all all look sloppy accountable by telling them some tips on what they need to do, because y'all can't be leaving us out here undone and y'all coming in like y'all about to be doing something, and then when we try to tell y'all we didn't like that, or y'all could have did it this way, or we try to direct y'all in the actual moment, and y'all don't want to listen. You just want to, oh, I got this, I know, and you don't know nothing, and you're not satisfied
And
with
then
nothing, and now
we're unsatisfied at the end of the day. That's what we're talking about.
you could always replay it.
Mo Rose is my cousin. I just said that your cousin Bibby. I just said that.
So
Oh, that ain't my
that's what
my other cousin.
we talking
Darian on
about.
here.
And then like so the guys, so like
Hey, baby.
Damon, you still on here?
He on here?
I'm surprised they letting us still be on here.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't give us that type
Damon,
of.
you still on here? He
You've been
might
on
be.
here an hour now,
Yeah, he might be on.
almost 2.
Oh, there go my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So baby, we on here talking about men who ain't satisfying us, you know what I'm saying, ain't putting it down. They struggling with ED, or they doing the whole pre thing, and y'all ain't getting back up and standing at attention and leaving us just looking late.
Here he go. Here go another person talking about he a Leo.
Go ahead.
Oh.
Well, y'all got to go ahead and get y'all 22-year-old and start all over again.
Right. And then we call names.
It's gonna be a problem, but I mean, at least you can have fun, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I believe.
Matter of fact, it ain't gotta even be 20. You be like 28, 29. My baby mama did some shit. One of my baby mama did some weird shit like that. So she got with a young nigga for a while, you know, to knock that dust off, and then after a couple years, you realize you don't want to be a mama no more. So,
right.
So it just depends on,
right. That
it depends on what you need at that time. If you need your back scratched, you might have to go find something that's gonna be able to scratch your back.
Right.
And sometimes it ain't a back scratcher. So sorry.
Yep.
What's good? What's good?
What's
What up with it? How you doing?
What's up?
Y'all got excuse me, it's dark in here. I'm trying to watch my game and shit. But
One
anyway,
of the
hey, look, I
newest.
got your backstory.
One of the.
I got your backstory and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I can only elaborate on what I used to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm married now and shit. So back in the day, everything that you were saying, Mo, murdering shit around Killeen, Texas. I ain't gonna lie to you. They used to call me porno dick around that bitch. Straight up. That's how I was handling motherfuckers. So, and I'll be 53 next month. So that's what I was doing and shit in my 30s. My late 30s. So, and yeah. Oh, Butterfly, no. Oh, Monifa, no.
Yes.
She know about it wholeheartedly. But anyway, that's all I gotta say, man. Hey, I ain't got no tips or nothing, but you know, I was a pleaser and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Give him some tips.
Nah,
give him some tips,
niggas young in this bitch. I'm too old for all that shit.
No, you ain't. That's the problem now. It don't matter when it's your floor no more. No, that's the problem.
Your floor no more.
Each one, the older supposed to teach the younger, or the old teach the goddamn old. Because some of y'all is grown as hell and is out here acting like y'all know how to work our way around a woman's body.
We talking about some grown ones too, though. We not just talking about the youngies. We talking about some grown ones too, because we all grown in here. Like we all over 40 up in here.
Yeah, true. So I mean, as far as, you know, giving tips, I really can't give it. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, you just got to be about what your libido is about. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like what you bring into whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna please. If not, if you just want to just fucking get off it, shit, let that be what that's about and get up out of there, get off the pot. But
that ain't even what. That's what we talking about, and that ain't what it should even be all about. Then
true. But nowadays,
again,
shit,
like I said, if they not gonna do it, then don't engage.
It's a difference now.
Don't engage.
It's a difference now, shit, because you know the pussy was free back in the day. Now shit costs money. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pay to fuck somebody and shit. Motherfuckers finna get off the pot.
Like that's what the hell I got to do. God damn, do I gotta pay some damn body? Not no run. I'm talking about somebody that's their job, profession. And I'm about to have an experience because these people who she ran,
her complaint is she not getting the experience. She giving the experience and not receiving the experience, and that's her plight.
You fucking with the wrong ones.
Obviously, that's why we on.
I mean,
and it's,
I don't know. Maybe that chemistry ain't right. I mean, I see people, you know, putting. You know, they Zodiacs down and all that shit. You know, I'm a Taurus and shit. So if you're a Taurus, this motherfucker represent. But I don't know. I really don't know how that goes and shit when it comes to that Zodiac shit. Because if you compatible with somebody, you can get down with somebody.
It don't pertain to you because you a giver. Like that's what we trying to get. Like all the givers are not gonna even fathom what we talking about because y'all not in that lane. You would never understand because y'all don't understand what the hell what we talking about.
Hold on. Somebody said everybody a prostitute.
Ooh.
Everybody that's a prostitute.
Maybe
everybody a prostitute.
That don't pertain to
everybody
me.
Prostitute.
Not in that way. Everybody, I would say better. It probably sound better. You say everybody gonna trick something because everybody's gonna give a little bit. That's probably a better way to say it when people don't feel as bad. everybody trick off a little bit. That's why they put it in these songs nowadays, because they trying to put it on the forefront. They try to make people feel like it's prostitution, even though they might just be going to take a girl on a date. That should be called, back in the day, they called that shit courting, or whatever the fuck that was. Yeah, did I say it right? Courting,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
Okay, so that's
courting.
what they called it back in the day, and that sounds so much better. But nowadays they call it tricking.
it's
So they
tricking,
call
bro.
Yeah,
it
that's true.
so they try to
That's
make shit
true.
sound a different way, so everybody look at it like it's looking down on people. Back in the day, they try to make it where everybody's looking up at people. You know, society just ain't what it used to be. You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
people want to
Right,
look at shit the wrong way all the time, that's on
They do
them.
right.
But you
think
got
they
to
know what
you
they doing, cuz, and they just do not
and
know
and a lot
a
of
lot
times,
of them.
I blame this on parenting, because your kid listens to the music and listen to all that stuff, they still need to know what the real is. And a lot
But
of people don't. And then when your kids get grown, my kids is all 25, 25, 24, right? So they all older, right?
yeah,
So now as we get older, I got older with them. So we now it's still a father, daughter, father, son dynamic.
yeah,
But you want to be like their friend, but you still want to have that balance and still
yeah.
teaching them.
See,
And
you,
people don't do
Yes.
but
that
see,
nowadays.
you did that. You did that coming up, so you instilled that into them. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So now you can actually talk to them in a manner to where you won't have to be so daddy like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like my
Right.
sons, I got 4 boys. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? 30,
Mm-hmm.
31. Matter of fact, 32, 30, 32, 31, 27, and 24. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. All
So
around them
all
age.
of them,
Right.
we
Yeah.
all, you know what I'm saying? We all like this.
Right.
And when we talk, it's like, I don't talk to them like they're kids anymore.
Right.
And definitely when we talking about sex or whatever, shit, first thing I'm asking them, even if I got on the phone right now, hey, y'all strapped up? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, Pops, I'm good, dog. I ain't finna do nothing like that. I ain't finna have no kid, because I told them what I went through. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I went through some shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want them to have to go through that same shit, and they know about that shit. So, you're
And
right.
that's the whole other thing. People
Mm-hmm.
out here still wanting to be raw dogging people. Like, you got to worry about HIV, COVID, STI, STD. Like, why is y'all still
Yeah.
I'm like what you said.
without having a conversation?
I'm
Why
definitely
would you
married.
even want to
So
do
Hey,
that?
I
That,
think
that shit
hey,
is
I
whack,
think that
too.
everybody should get tested. You know what I'm saying, in general, because in the end of the
Yeah, let me
day,
see your my chart. What is
why
you
would you
saying?
want to
Ain't
go
nobody doing
in the day and age and just be like just
that.
randomly putting your shit in somebody, and you just putting yourself at risk?
And
Once you
wanting
hey,
get
people to
to our
randomly.
somebody,
age,
hey,
This
entertain this
ain't with
comment
me.
right here. I think somebody said yes, they are. Women get
Yeah,
married for.
I'm reading it. I'm reading it now.
Go
I'm
ahead, Mo.
reading
Say
it
that.
now. I'm
what it say?
reading it now.
Where?
Yes, they are. Women get married for the house. Men get married for the punani and meals. In some sense, everybody is a prostitute. Is give and take. Ain't nothing free.
Well, I ain't no goddamn prostitute, but I do believe that everything in life is a good and give and take
I'm
situation.
Everything
not.
in
I'm
life
not.
is
I'm
a
not.
give and
I'm.
take situation. I wouldn't correlate that with being a prostitute at all. Especially if you're married.
Oh,
That is not prostitution. You're
But
married.
that's
That's not
but that's
prostitution.
that's why
that's
you got this.
weak for that,
Yeah,
Carmen.
that's different.
That's that immature
That's
stuff
that's a
right there.
different type of vibration. That's a
Yeah,
different type time
Ooh,
there.
we
Now
ain't
you and I was
vibrating on
on that
that.
time, but we ain't on that time.
We
Hey,
ain't
if you
vibrating on that.
playing,
Are you paying? You're messing with the wrong girl instead of the right woman. Yep.
Right,
That's why
yeah,
I was saying that's your vice versa. Messing with
right,
the wrong, working with the wrong dude.
right.
hmm
You can mess with. And the crazy part is nowadays you don't know the dude you with is the right dude nowadays, and so that's why I was just saying
okay,
earlier.
Judah, thank you,
You
babe.
know, like you said earlier, I was asking that one question about the relationships
What
lasting
up,
more than 10 years
Stevie?
nowadays. That shit is almost obsolete. It's almost. I don't have a lot of friends who've been in relationships a long time. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? I don't have a lot of married. I don't have a lot of
I
married
was at
people
Boss
that's married.
Squares.
I don't have people that's married that can go on trips with me. It's not a lot of
Who's
them
Lorraine
around. You
Cent?
know what I mean? So it's kind of like
My cousin Romeo's sister.
Oh, she said, "Boss, we squares." She said, "We
who?
squares."
Yeah, Squares.
Your sister.
She is not no square shit. She thinks she a gangbanger and every goddamn thing.
No,
Yo, get the hell out of here.
she called us
Oh,
squares.
we are squares to her. Yeah, yeah. She's the thug. Look,
Probably.
No, fucking Bibby
I'm
crazy.
square to the motherfucker right now. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, me too. I go to work every day and travel. That's what I do. So, and I go see my kids. That's more important right now.
I ain't vibrating on that energy. But go ahead.
Is Bibby the one who said that shit?
Yeah.
I'm gonna slap her. You listen to my sister, bro, man. Don't, you can't listen to my sister. She crazy. No, Bibby ain't going. Okay.
You know, Bibby with all the shit.
That's why I just said I didn't realize that's who said the comment. Like, come on now. I can't even take that seriously. Monica, how did you how you didn't tell me it was Bibby that said it? Why you didn't tell me?
I did. I said your sister said it.
Oh my God.
I said, oh, she said who said it? I said my cousin Romeo's sister.
Oh man. Don't listen to that. Don't listen to that, ladies.
Yeah,
don't listen to that.
We know Biggie always talking shit.
Bibby off the chain. That's Freddie's
We love you though, baby.
That's Freddie's kid.
But you know.
That's Freddie's daughter. Her mouth is out. You think my mouth is bad? Y'all want to put her on video?
Oh, you know, I already know. She was like that when we was kids. You said I feel like a square talking about.
Like a square talking about coaching in Love Make It. Boy, hush.
Brian.
Who that? I'm trying to take Monica out for two
Bird,
hot dogs.
Hey, Bird, join the live and tell us about the worst sex you had. Tell us about the worst sex you had since you said you ain't ever had your electric bill paid. That would be
what?
I said tell Bird to join the live. What is he, Bird?
What
he said he said he ain't never had no electric bill paying sex. I want to know why he ain't never
had no good. He didn't have the good. Remember? He said it earlier. He never experienced that good electric bill paying.
I ain't never heard of that shit.
He said he ain't had the good.
Oh, he gone. Oh no, he's still there. No, he's still there.
I think he's still on here.
Yeah, he is though.
You crying? Who cried?
Who cried?
Who's crying?
Who is that?
Who
I don't
is?
Who is that?
Oh shit, that's me. It's Tom.
Oh, hey Tom. You
What's up?
Tom? What up? What up, Tom? What up?
Chill.
What
Hey,
you got?
I was thinking about what you saying, and what I was saying is a lot of times, like he was saying, like over the course of a relationship, like sometimes you start out and that shit be fireworks for like a couple years, but then kids come, then the job comes, then everything starts happening, and you get older. Both of y'all probably gain some weight and shit, and the spark goes, right? But we know that happens, so it's expected. But when somebody's not willing to motherfucking change or compromise or try nothing different, that's when that shit just be like, you know what, this ain't gonna work. And you get the urge to step out and do other shit and stuff like that. So you got to be willing to compromise with a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like in me and her situation was kind of like, I started driving trucks, started working, came back local, got a couple different jobs and stuff going on right now. So I'm busy as fuck right now. But like I said, she's trying to compete financially and then dealing with other shit and trying to do so many things. And it's like, you know, in the midst of all the bullshit, it's like now all of a sudden it's, oh, well, let's do this, let's do that. And it's just like, it sounds crazy, but as a man, sometimes we can get to the point where we're like, you know, I don't even want to fuck you anymore. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to have sex. I don't want to do nothing. It's just, it's boring. It's and it ain't even a boring thing. It's when I stop looking at you in a sexual manner after a certain amount of time.
You
It's
lose
like, I don't even want to hit no
that
more. You know
traction.
what I'm
Right.
saying?
You lose that traction.
Right, right. So if a nigga do be on some, oh, he's just on some Minuteman shit and he's not willing to compromise, a lot of the times it's not that he's having dick issues. A lot of times he don't want to fuck. And he's just fucking you just to say he did it because you don't want to feel like you're just denying somebody. So you're like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and get this shit out the way. And that shit might be 5,
And
10,
it
15 minutes.
go both ways.
And people
And it could go both
go,
ways.
Yeah,
But
in a
that's what
right,
I
relationship.
was
right. And it
saying
could go
about the
both
woman.
ways.
That's what I
It
was
could go
saying
both
about
ways.
women just
Yeah,
laying there too. That's what I was saying about women just
right.
laying there and
And
and, and
that's where
taking
we
that.
were at.
But you
Right.
more talking about
That's
in a
where we were at.
relationship, Tone. We ain't even talking. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but our main subject is not even got nothing to do with even a relationship. It's just the
Yeah, I
whole
know what you're talking
You
about, sensual and stuff like that.
yeah.
And as far as all that sensual shit, I ain't gonna lie, I fell off. I can honestly admit that. Like, I ain't been sensual in a long fucking time.
But
Because every time I try to get sensual, it's a motherfucker in the next room hollering. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's just
But
life,
But
man.
again, that comes with your you understand what I'm saying? That again comes with you
And get
communicating with that
creative.
person and your connection with that person. Like you might not even
And
be
get
in that
creative.
mind space. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
you're not even in that
yeah,
mind space at that point in time. So I get that. I understand because shoot, life happens. Shoot, we
yeah,
understand. Like you working 90 hours a week, bruh, you tired at this point. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I get it and I understand that. But two
But you
at the
still
same
got to get
two
creative.
at the same time, I feel like in that in a wind down relaxation type of thing, if it were me in that situation, I mean, I see what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I see what you're doing, and I appreciate you. So I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do what I need to do. I'm gonna please
Right.
you. I'm
Like
gonna
try to
want
carry
to
some of the
give
weight
you
in
that
that
release.
department.
You understand what I'm
Right.
saying?
If you see me grinding my ass off doing everything I'm doing and I'm paying all the bills and everything, then goddamn, like you know, say let me.
Right.
But instead of doing that, it was, you know what, I got to try to make some money too. And I'm like, okay, that's cool, but you don't make half of what I make all year.
Yeah.
What is the point? You know what I'm saying? You trying to compete against me instead of just, you know, being
Right.
a
I
teammate.
just, but I'm gonna tell you like this though. Sometimes in relationships, people tend to not work as good because they're not equally yoked. And what I mean
Mm-hmm.
by equally yoked is not really how you like that person, it's financially. So they reaching for something because they don't want to feel like you got something on them. If y'all break up next week, her mindset might be one of the mindsets where she feel like I need to be at least at his level. So if something happened, I'm gonna be able to handle myself.
I can
Yeah.
maintain this
So
type of,
you
yeah,
can't really
yeah.
take it that way. And then in the relationship as a man, you like my woman makes more money than me. Okay. I can honestly say that, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because she's been working her job, she has a career. I was making just as much money as her last year, but I lost my job. So then I got to get a new job. So now I'm
Hmm.
coming back up and trying to do other stuff, and I'm still working, but it's not what I was making last year. It doesn't matter because at the end of the day, if I got to work more hours to get where I need to be, I'm going to just work more hours, and I'm going to figure out a
Hmm.
way to get myself back to where we were making the same amount of money, and then we're equally yoked. And at the same time, you don't let none of that deter from like when you go out and you spend the time with the people, you try to go out and spend the time with the people.
You got to be
You gotta
creative.
do other stuff to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And you're right, and it still might
I
not help
can
it.
say
It might not
I
help it.
stopped,
You know what I
like,
mean?
and like I said, I ain't gonna lie, I stopped doing all of that shit. I stopped doing all of that. So I like talking to y'all, I can honestly say like, sex was never the issue. It was always the other
Yeah,
shit. Like y'all said, the
the
intimacy.
intimacy. Yeah.
Like we stopped dating
Mm-hmm.
years ago. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what me and my
And
wife. Let me tell you
I'm
something.
realizing
We don't
now that
stop.
you
We don't
gotta
stop.
date a
Right, because
motherfucker.
it's not always about. It's
Me
not
and my
even
wife.
always about the
I don't
sex.
give a fuck if we ain't got no money. We still going out every other Friday. Somewhere we gonna go somewhere. If it's the
Yeah, 'cause
Applebee's,
you can take
if
a
it's the
nice brisk
crane
walk through
jumpers,
the park for
you
free, and I
understand what
think
I'm
that's
saying? Like
beautiful,
it's
and
just,
it don't
you
cost
know
a
what I'm
damn
saying. But
thing.
you just
And
gotta
most of
do
us
stuff.
is like that.
You gotta we told her
Simple.
we was years into our relationship and we realized we were going down that wrong path. So we had that talk where I said, you know what, even if the sex ain't always right, I love you, I've been with you, we gonna work on the other shit. And hopefully that's gonna bring us back to where we need to be. You understand what I'm saying? So we went in a different direction to try to work on the other stuff. You know what I mean? And they helped out. I'm not saying they make nothing perfect because they don't. You know what I mean? Communication is key, like people say. But at the end of the day, you have to act on what y'all talk about. You can't just talk about it. If you talking about it and then only 75% is working out of that situation, then it ain't gonna work because it's gonna come, because 75 is gonna go to 65, it's gonna go to 55. It start going the wrong way because you already started off in the wrong direction. If you start off and both people was putting in 100%, then you cool. But it's just hard to find that in everybody. And then sometimes you gotta make sure that's the person that's worth doing it with, because you don't even know at the time. A lot of times people be with somebody and you 3-4 years in, you want to break up with that person. And you hate that person. Y'all done went through some shit, right? And then, you know, you stay, you fight through it, you deal with the bullshit. Everybody like, oh, break up with this person and this and that. And it's gonna be, and your friends is gonna tell you to break up with your girl. Your friends is gonna tell you, your mama gonna tell you,
it's crazy
your mama gonna tell you to leave your girl.
that's where I'm at right now. Like me and her been separated. Me and her been separated for like a couple of months now, right? So now everybody like, oh, F her, leave her alone, da 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 da. And I'm like, y'all don't understand. This is 11 years.
That's a long time.
You gotta know what you want. And if you want to make it work, it's up to you to make it work, because you'll know when you go back.
And she hit me up earlier, like she wanna do it and make it work and stuff like that. And I ain't gonna lie,
You gotta put in the
I've
work.
been running these streets. And it's kind of fun out here right now. But at the end of the day, like,
you got to
that's a long.
what's the investment.
I'm gonna tell you this, bro. I'm gonna tell you like this, man. I hate to say it. The girl, a woman told me back in there. She said, "Man, you just one of my best friends. You know what I'm saying? She know me real good." She said, "You in love with being in a relationship?" And I told her, I said, "Look, this is some real shit right here. So if you in love with being in a relationship, then don't be with her. But if you in love with her, then be with her. See, because
that's
at
good.
Because at the end of the day, relationships come and go, and you can always get a new relationship." You understand what I'm saying? But you can't never get the person that you really love back. If you really love somebody and you spend 11 years with them and you feel like that's the person you want to grow old with, when your dick don't work, she's still going to love you. These new bitches that you fucking the shit out right now, they going to look at you just like you expendable. You got to go through that whole 2-3 year phase again. You got to go through that 7-year itch thing again. If you really want to be with a motherfucker that you spend as much time with, you go get a ring. You go do it the right fucking way. Me and my girl were together over 10 years. I'm a piece of shit. I love my girl to death. And I probably put her through all kind of shit. I'm a Gemini. I'm a piece of shit. I'm a sack of shit, right? I went out and got her a ring, a big ass 4 or 5 carat ring for her, her wedding, her wedding ring. It looked like a fucking house. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta know that's the person, though. But just know you too. That's why I tell you, if you in love with being in a relationship, that's one thing. But you in love with her, that's what you gotta figure out. Because like I said, we can always get a new relationship and it might last 6 months. It might last a year and a half, and you might be tearing the motherfucking paint off the walls and you love this motherfucker and this and that. But you don't know if that's the one that's gonna last. You know what I'm saying? So just make sure you value your time and value what you think you're gonna get out of that. And don't waste her time.
Stay creative.
Don't waste her time. That's the other thing.
Don't base that off of anything else. Don't base that off of anything else. Like, don't do it. Don't stay there for the kids. None of that. Because don't do nothing. Don't compromise. You understand what I'm saying? Like, don't compromise you just because, oh, we got kids, I want to be here for my kids. You can co-parent without being there in the relationship if that's not the person that you really want to be with. A lot of what I found, like a lot of my male friends that I know who stuck in relationships because they had kids, they were so miserable and unhappy. They was like, I'ma just stay for the kids. You know what I'm saying? You can't just stay for the kids. The kid,
But the thing is, that's easier said than done, though, because I watched these kids go through hell over the situation, and I would give my right arm just to make it stop for them. You know what
No, man, I
I'm
love the
saying?
kids, man. Don't no,
So
I hate when people say that. I love
Right,
the
but
kids
do
too,
you
bro.
want your kids to see? Do you want your kids to see? Do you want your kids to see a loving, stable relationship, or do you want
Functional.
them to live in
What
chaos?
dysfunctionalism?
You
I
Functionalism
understand?
or
Right.
dysfunctionalism?
well, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you. There was never any real chaos. We never had like when you break up with somebody, you go through some shit and you be like, damn, that was bad, or
no
we went through
arguments. We
this, or
didn't have
you did
arguments. They
this,
don't
or you
argue.
did that. It was none of that. It
Me,
was just to wake up one morning, hey, I don't want
me
to do
and
this no
me
more.
and my,
Damn. So
you know what?
when
I can
the fuck?
honestly say he's right. I've been in relationships where I don't argue. I don't argue. I don't.
Yeah,
I'm not an arguing type of person,
Mhm.
and I'm more like back in my younger days. I was a yeller more, and I was like try to like
yeah,
like I want you to hear what I
yeah.
gotta say. Shut the fuck up. Like it was more like
And
now
now
I'm not
I'm
like
not
that
like that
now.
now. Right.
So in my
You.
relationship right now, me and my wife, like it take a lot for her to even get me there. You know what I'm saying? Like it take a lot.
Hmm.
Like she a Taurus, and Taurus is off the chain. You know what I'm saying? She a Taurus. So Taurus is off women. Taurus women are like they speak their mind no matter.
I already
You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
know.
So
that's the growth.
Bullhead.
That's growth. Yeah, my mom
Stubborn
was
as
a
hell.
Taurus. I understand that.
okay, so
My mom was
Well,
a Taurus.
somebody in the chat says, sometimes dealing with sexual issues is more than just sex. And that's true because you have, medical issues why sometimes
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
have
yeah,
ED,
that's why I
or
just said
be coming off of
even your
have
diet, even the shit
cancer,
you
yeah.
eat.
chemo, all of
Yeah.
that. And we understand. In that situation, most women are willing to work with you. But we talking about a dude
Yeah.
who ain't got nothing really
Just
wrong.
ain't
He's just
fucking right and
selfish.
don't care to
He ain't
change it.
trying to
Yeah.
satisfy you. He just came in there talking a bunch
Hey,
of hubba bubba and
Hey,
went out like
wait a minute. Okay,
but
look.
I
a
ain't gonna
balloon that let
Uh,
hold
out
you
air.
on a different topic though. On a different topic, one time I was messing with this chick. I was in my early 20s, and she was like thick. This is the first time I ever messed with like a thick woman. All the other girls I talked to was like skinny, slim, same build and everything. But this girl was, I'm talking about thick, and she was grown. She was like damn near 30 something. I'm in my early 20s, like 2021. And every time she came over, every time this woman touched me, every time I get in it, boy, I was trying to count. I'm trying to remember who was playing for the Bulls in '96. I'm trying to fucking do the
Think
damn
about Taco
Fibonacci shit.
Bell.
I'm trying to remember anything in the world to keep myself from letting go. And that woman had that ooh wee.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking about every time with other girls I used to talk to, I was the man.
Right,
But with her,
right,
I wasn't shit.
right.
No matter how much I tried to come over on number 2, it ain't work. I didn't try to pull out. I tried to stop. To this day, I still want my rematch because I feel like I got something to prove to Nina from motherfucking Queens because she got that ooh wee.
It be like that sometimes.
New York.
You
Oh,
gotta rock and
my
hold
nigga
yourself.
Poppy in New York right now. I wish Poppy was online. He be out
Yeah.
there in New York.
I still, listen. I still,
Uh,
like, how many chicks do you didn't hit that you don't remember their name? I remember this
Please
girl's
don't
name
ask
was
that
Nina.
question on
She
live.
was Dominican and she was from Queens.
Monica, tell them don't ask questions like that on live. I'm on live. You can't answer shit like that. I'll be in trouble. We're gonna get
Hey,
me in trouble.
oh my bad,
On live.
my bad.
Bad.
He like I can't. He's
Yeah,
like I can't mention no names. I can't say. I can't
I
my
say.
bad,
know he said don't
bad.
know their
But
name.
yeah, that.
That could be
Hey,
worse.
Like I don't know what you're talking about.
sometimes it could be you got that fire and you got to give a dude time to
We
acclimate
we
to what you got.
understand.
You know
We
what
We
I'm
understand.
saying?
we
You got to give a nigga time
understand
to
that.
acclimate.
We understand that.
Yeah.
And when you know what you have, you give those leeways. But come on now, finish the job some type of way. Even you do
Hey,
something.
I was
You
doing
don't
the
wrap
best
it
I
up
could
and
do.
Wow,
bounce.
Monica.
You
Tom
do
said he
something.
was doing the best he could. I
But
saw a video today.
Hey,
I was hollering. Did I? I
I'm gonna
didn't
tell you
send
how
it to
bad
you,
it
huh,
was.
Money? I saw a video today.
Hey,
I
I'm gonna tell you
promise
how
y'all,
bad
this
it was,
dude
right?
had me crying laughing. So the video, he was like, he was like, when you in there and you think you doing it, he was like, I was doing all of it. He was up there doing all this. He was like, I was in it. I was, and then he DDT'd her, right? He was like, I was in there. I was doing it. He was like, she was real thick. And then about halfway in, he was like, I was like, oh. And then he was like, I
Yeah,
looked up and he was like,
yeah.
I was like, he said, the only other person I could call, he was like, Lord. And then he had a little face of the dude and the
Hey,
guy, he was like, yes. He was like, Lord. He was like, yes. He was like, help me. He was like, let me finish these out. Give me about 3 more pumps, Lord. He was like, no. And he was like, he gave it to him. And then he just fell
hey,
out. He was like, he fell out and was like, oh my
hey.
God. When I
Sometimes, yo,
tell you,
listen.
I was
Sometimes it be like
crying.
that. Sometimes,
I
yo,
ain't holding
I
no
listen.
was
shit.
I was in
crying.
that thing.
Wait till
I
I
was
find
trying to
that
listen.
video,
I
Marty.
was trying to recite. Listen, I'm trying to recite prime numbers and shit. I'm like, oh my God. It was bad, bro.
Prime
It was
numbers.
bad. Yo, listen, it was bad. I was like, oh my God, this ain't happening. This
Oh
cannot be happening to
man.
me. I had to call my dad and tell him about the
Oh
shit. I'm like, yo,
wow,
Pop, man.
poor baby.
I, I needed advice. Like he said, yo, sometimes you're gonna run across some of them
Yeah,
that's just they got
I had to
that.
learn trial.
And man,
They put that.
it was bad,
I
like,
had trial and
cause
error. Trial and
man, she was,
error.
yo, look, this girl was, she was looking at me like I was, cause she kept telling me, she was like, you young, you a little baby, like, and I'm like, shit, I just started being able to buy liquor
I
and shit. I'm
was
21,
really
like, fuck is you talking
I
about?
was
I'm
really
grown as
a
hell.
baby, man. For real, I don't think I really was a baby. I got raped. I got
Man, I was a
Yeah,
baby
you
I was a
were.
that day.
real baby.
I was a
I was a
baby
baby.
that day.
I was a real
but
baby.
he.
I was,
Oh, one other part of the story. He said he was in it right, and then she told him, she was like, "Take the condom off."
Oh hell
oh,
no. That's
That's
too
what
she the
much.
got
devil.
him. That's
She the
what
devil.
got him. He
Nah,
was like, I took it off and I threw it on her. He said, I took it off and I threw it in between her chest, and it made the sound. It was like splat. Man, listen, when I tell you I was crying laughing because I found the video, y'all. I
first off, why
found
you
it.
take
I
that off?
found it. Y'all wanna see it? I found it. Because listen,
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
about to play it. Hold up. Dude, when I
Nigga
tell
said he took
you
the condom off. He was wilding.
he was wilding. He was wilding. Hold on. Here it go.
On the moves and shit, talking that talk about doing the do, and all of a sudden she says, "Take it off," and I'm like, "What?" And she says, "Take the damn condom off." And me realizing it's demon time, I say, "All right." I pull out, take the condom off, throw it in between her titties, and get back in there. And immediately I realized this shorty got what my late Uncle Rock referred to as a bomb. And I got about 30 seconds and 10 Godzilla pumps left in me before I blow. But I continue, Cinnamon wasn't in the mood to back down. But man, it felt like with every pump I was losing strength. You know what I'm saying? I was going through it. I was able to
Right.
hold it down until the final four, which the way started hallucinating and shit, seeing stars and all that stuff. Man, I was tripping. Hell, I was contemplating confronting her baby father and slapping his ass because he somehow fumbled this good. I got it together for a second and noticed I was at the final 2 pumps. And that's when I realized I was in the worst type of trouble. There was no escape. She was throwing it back in a way that I realized my back was against the wall. So I did what any man would do when he's cornered and in trouble. I looked up to the sky and I cried out to the Lord. I said, "Lord." And the Lord said, "Yeah." I said, "Lord, if you would just bless me with 7 more pumps." And the Lord cut me off with the simple and sweet, "No." I was rejected and down to my final pump. And then I got a moment of clarity and asked a stupid ass question like, "Where you want me come, baby?" And she said, "Inside." And next thing you know, my ass was down for the count. You lose. Continue. 8, 7, 6, 5. No, where's my magic wand? Game
Hell no.
over.
That boy was
He got the
tripping. Hell no. Yeah, he
he
wild.
got brains like a
Hey,
motherfucker.
that whole story was unrealistic. First, I ain't taking no condom off. I damn sure ain't
You put
getting
the
in
I
there.
condom
was
on, why you take it off?
crying. Why would
Why
you
Right.
would
do that?
He was
if
Why?
wild.
you felt like
He
you gotta put
wild.
a condom on, then you probably should leave it on. That's what I tell him about.
Right.
But you get
He's wild.
but listen, the way that was, you already know. Already.
I've been there.
You already know not to do it. Don't even think
Hey,
about it. Because
mind
listen,
you,
if it's
listen.
already like that with the condom, bruh,
Bro, that's what I was gonna say. It was like that, and I had a condom on every time with that girl. If I would have took it
Bruh,
off,
bruh.
So many girls.
That's a wrap. It's a wrap.
hell
Game
no,
over. It's a wrap.
hell no. That's crazy.
We got to get off here.
That's just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
y'all
All
know
right,
I
y'all, man.
appreciate
Good
y'all.
talking to
We
y'all.
doing this all month long. We gonna be having real raw, uncut, unapologetic talk. As I say every week, that y'all be the light in somebody else's darkness, because we don't know when our night is going to be. This is Mo and Mo. Girl Talk is next week, but this is just the regular Mo Rolls every week, Wednesday, at 6 p.m. I had to change the time because I got a new position and going to bigger things. So now I am doing it at 6 p.m. every Wednesday. I love y'all. Thanks for tapping in. If y'all have stuff y'all want to talk about, since it's our History Month, Women History Month, please tap in. We're going to be talking about sensual stuff, intimate stuff, because it's time. It's our month. Let's talk about it. We think about it, but we don't ever want to talk about it. Guys, again, if you out here laying down the law and ain't finishing the job, you're fired. Stop playing. Please. This sensual. Please go follow the Tantrum Man. That's what I call him.
Hey,
His name is
all
Bar. What is it, Mo?
Far as
hey,
studio art.
2023. I'm giving weak pipe all year. I ain't putting in no effort.
Tone, be
I'm not
quiet.
dealing
But
with you, Tom. Go to bed. You sleepy.
so I just want
Hey,
y'all to
bro.
tap in. I thank y'all for tapping in. All of y'all who had something to say in the comments. I hate that they own the both of them, but they don't do Instagram by Facebook where you can see the comments. But y'all have some great input for all of y'all who out there slaying, playing, laying, and staying and doing a damn job. Kudos to you. Before y'all brothers is out here doing a lazy lay, they got to go today. So all I'm trying to say to y'all is that I appreciate y'all. We will be back next week with some girl talk. Bring your wine, your chips, your popcorn, your beer, whatever it is you into, sip and chip. Come and talk to us, because we're going to have real unapologetic raw talk all month long. All right?
All right.
All right. Love y'all. Later.